And hello, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome. We are Hard Knock Dice. My name is Jonesy, your dungeon master for the evening, and these beautiful people around me are your heroes for the evening, and my best friends.
The worst friend.
Best friends. Today we continue across Eberron, but before we do, a couple of announcements for you. We continue to raise money for the International Medical Corps, which are providing some healthcare and some mental health care over in the Ukraine area. This is the cause that we have chosen. There are plenty of options out there for you to go. So if you so choose to go with someone else, I just implore you to please donate whatever you are. Any little bit helps. So there's that. We continue to raise money for that cause. And also our friend Brittany over here in this top corner right here has Spellbound Art Shop on Etsy. She has lots of really cool stickers. I will be right back.
Uh-oh.
That was a great segue.
I was getting the stickers. He's getting the guitar case.
He's ad-libbing.
I was worried.
So not all of these are from Spellbound, but a lot of them are. All these cool D20s and these cool cats and that cool holographic one right there. And these D20s and all of these are all from Brittany's Spellbound Art Shop.
A lot of D20s.
And all those.
D20s.
Yeah, lots of D20s and cats. And awesome, like, Moonwatch and Sharn.
Woo!
What the fuck do you call those things? Postcards. So, go check them out. I'm sure someone will put the link in chat soon. Because I can't multitask. So go check out the shop. It's awesome stickers.
I suppose I can do it.
And I think that's it. Does anybody got anything else?
Nope.
In that case, last we left off. After suffering a terrible loss, the Shining Vanguard was made aware that a dwarf had let Ydril, the elf that killed Melgrim, into the holds. The supposed sole witness to this was being held in a Kundaric barracks atop Krona Peak. I should really zoom in. My eyes are bad. All right, I'm gonna zoom in. Give me a second. There we go. That's so much better. The party took this chance to speak to the witness's family before leaving up top to the barracks. When they approached, they heard an urgent yelling come from the other side of the mountain as the air genasi, Azur, attempted to warn the city's denizens about several undead climbing up the mountain. 5 undead humanoids and 2 undead giants. Some assaulted the party and some assaulted the barracks. Ultimately, the witness was struck down and thrown over the side of the mountain by one of the undead giants. Milo, after a bit of a search and a long way down the mountain, found and retrieved the broken form of the witness. We pick back up with the party becoming acquainted with Azor, but that doesn't last long as a plethora of Kundaric guards start swarming the area. Across from you guys, you see a burly bald dwarf with a slightly glowing blue tattoo. A dragon mark, for those that would know. Reaching the back of his head to just behind his ears. He's got black markings drawn with some sort of paint or made charcoal maybe around his eyes, trailing down his cheeks, with a thick black beard held together by iron rings. In decorated full plate, holding his helm in his left arm, you hear him coldly barking out orders in the direction of his men. You see as one of the dwarven guards comes over to him and gives him a quick debrief in Dwarvish before he looks at the rest of the party and begins to approach you. Now, I left mystery playing and I said that I don't like mystery. Talking about the music, by the way.
Mystery.
Let's change this up because I still don't like it. I don't like it. Mystery's just bad. I don't like it at all. Let's go with spheric. Maybe. Spheric.
A lot of circles.
Ah, yes. Or moody. Is it moody? Or moody? It's not that moody. Or go back to spheric. Okay.
A lot of indecisiveness going on here.
Music is important. All right. You see this dwarf sort of give you a look over. He walks away from the rest of the dwarven guards after giving them some instructions. You see several of them going inside and pulling out some and tending to their wounded. those with a keen eye, as this dwarf walks up, would see that doesn't look at any of you with the exception of Gorham. He looks like his intent is approaching him, but those that watch him walking up knows that he clocks weapons on hips, staffs, all this other sort of stuff as he does.
Grudge bearer.
I'll nod to him.
My name tell me what happened here.
Giants came up the mountain, jumped on the building. Couldn't stop them.
You haven't been in town long for all this trouble to be happening up here. Come back. Just a few days, multiple murders. Coming back with outsiders. No, an assault on the peak.
What are you getting at? What are you trying to say?
What thought are you getting at?
He doesn't break eyes with Gorham. Does not acknowledge you.
Had we established that Milo had not gotten back yet at the end of last session?
No, you were just getting back as they were getting acquainted with Zur.
Gotcha.
Just making observations. Haven't said anything untrue.
All right, well. Any other observations? Anything useful? Did any of your men interrogate this man? Get any information at all?
We tried. Multiple times. Sent people to his family to protect him since he was so worried about him. Moved him multiple times to multiple different locations to keep him safe as well. Obviously failed.
And who would know that you moved him?
That's a good question. I'd like to know the same.
Sounds like we know where the problem is.
Oh?
Someone, a dwarf, let Eberron into this town, into our homes. Someone told Eberron where he was. That math is not very difficult.
I'm a simple man. Grudge bearer. Add it up for me.
It sounds to me like one of your men is working with it.
My men.
Who else would have known?
Your group?
Just for clarity, real quick, DM, we got the information from the House Kundart Guard where he was going to be, right?
No, you heard from an Andron Bannersman where he was going to be.
Okay. Gotcha.
But we heard that a matter of what, like less than a couple hours? Something like that.
My group is not working with Eberron. I can promise you that.
Mighty trusting of outsiders there, grudge bearer. Especially for a clan as traditional as Anvern.
These outsiders are fine sort.
House Gundarak wouldn't make a fool of itself. And Gundarak Guard wouldn't. What Gundarak promises to keep safe, we do. This makes no sense for us.
He
Cut
hasn't
eyes
been
out.
safe.
It's like,
Which is why I'm saying wouldn't be. Kundara Guard now would it? That wouldn't make too much sense. Damage our own reputation like that.
Not much makes sense these days.
With all due respect, I do want to point out that there's not another dwarf among our group. And it was told that this man saw another dwarf letting Idril in.
Doesn't acknowledge you.
I said
Real
with
good
all
at
due
his
respect,
job.
and you know how much respect is due? None, because he's an asshole.
he's not very good at his job. If he's not interrogating everybody. All right.
She makes a fair point. It was the dwarf that let him in. One of our folks, one of our kin, that betrayed us.
You know as well as I do, Grudgebearer, there's a lot of people out there with tricks and magic.
That's fair. There's also a lot of people that can be bought.
And who would it be that you think could be bought here?
I don't know.
What enemies have you
person I
made
was
in other
going to-
clans?
Get the intelligence from has been killed. Under your protection, might I add.
I am very well aware.
DM, you said Milo's back at this point, right?
Yeah.
Is this dude's head intact?
Yeah, what's the head looking like?
What's the head is he looking like?
The this dwarf looks over at the sort of crumpled form on the mention of the him unprotected and goes over to it, looking at, I guess Milo's holding him like this, reaches up and grabs him by the jaw on the side of the head and moves it around. If that makes it clear enough.
Good stuff, fellas. Huzzah!
We're in.
We're in.
You just hear as he moves his head back and forth, you just hear sounds like crunching sand where his neck should be.
I tried healing, but he was too far gone.
Yeah, I can imagine the little fall. Well, Crowley, can you help us out? Or I guess we should discuss what we want to ask him.
That would be proper.
What are the stipulations of this spell that you're doing? Is it just yes or no questions, or can we ask him all kinds of things?
We'll answer to the best of their ability. Last time
Yeah, well, who the fuck let Ether in? That's the one.
Yes, I think that's the most important question that we could ask you. Or at least if he doesn't know their name, what did they look like?
Right,
where,
yes.
where he saw them. all
Right,
that
the
stuff.
location, the time, these things are very
Right,
important.
right, yes.
Where they got in from, I mean, could be everything.
Of course, that's if we're allowed to do that. Just kind of looking at the bald door.
Yeah,
And ignore him, I guess, considering I assume this dude is going to ignore me just as much as he's ignored everybody else.
it's okay. House Counteract, I think, kind of lost possession of this, and we can pick it up from here.
5 questions. Answers will usually be brief, cryptic, or repetitive. We'll see. Depends on the question.
It would also be very strange, and I'm gonna kind of glare at him, if someone tried to stop us from questioning this corpse, I suppose.
Can you use Zone of Truth on a at the same time as you use the?
Last I checked, as long as I'm not the one
I
casting.
think Zone of Truth only has effects on creatures, and the corpse is
Yeah.
no longer a
That's
creature;
fair
it's an
enough.
I think they
object.
gotta be I think you've got to be alive for Zone of Truth to work.
Does it work on undead?
It's not undead. The creature's not undead when you do
I don't-
this. Oh,
yeah,
if you're,
it's
unless you're
just
talking
straight
about the other
not
things,
alive.
maybe.
I'm talking about what if I make him undead? What does Zone of
Gonna
Truth work
animate
on
him?
him?
They lose
Yeah.
all former concepts
Yeah.
of them,
Okay, never
of
mind.
their
never mind,
former
never mind,
life.
never mind. Okay.
It's a good
Oh
thought
my
though.
goodness.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, it's a creature. It does have to be
tried,
a
I
creature
tried.
for Zone of Truth.
Hey, miss all shots you don't take.
True.
All right.
Okay, so who this person was, what they looked like, where it was, what time. That's 4. What's the last question? What should that be?
We can leave the last question a little open, I think, in case
Yeah.
there's
Right.
anything that's not answered.
Yeah.
Anything pops up during questioning.
But also, I mean,
Verify something that he
maybe
says.
we should we ask the Hell's Cave folks if they know anything? If they know what time you get in, that would save us a question, maybe. Just gonna kind of just look over to
Okay.
Gore. I'm like, this motherfucker's not gonna talk to me.
All right. What time did your men first interact with this dwarf? What time did he first come to you?
Early in the morning. After the news had spread, I'd like to know if it's amongst their questions, which I'd like to be present for as well. Why? We didn't find any gold in his pockets. Searched his house as well. No money there. Why did he wait when reporting it to a superior?
That's a good point.
Powerful magics at work. Maybe he had something that made them forget.
It would be really, really, really unfortunate.
Or I don't know. Maybe they like shut him up or something.
All right.
I guess let's do this. Are we doing this here?
Is this creature going to be aware of its surroundings?
Looking at Gorham, but ask the question just out.
Legend. Making progress. Asking questions that may be addressed to other people. Maybe if we squat, he'll feel more comfortable.
Huh?
Okay, I was transferring the questions to another list real quick. I know he once asked, why did you wait to report the news instead of bringing it to a superior? What were the other 4 we said we wanted to ask?
Who came in, where they came in, what time they came in.
And who let Pedro in?
Yeah, which is the first one.
And he was just specifically asking you indirectly if he would be aware of his surroundings during the spell.
Oh, yeah, I got that. I got that. I was just, ignoring him. Anyway.
Understandable. Just wanted to make sure it was on purpose.
Yes, it is. I was busy typing, but I heard.
Crowley said he ignores us, we ignore him.
We're very petty.
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
I'm the bard. I should be the most petty.
if Crowley's legitimately ignoring, I'll just do one of those. Altitude makes your ears pop.
So that's still 4 questions as far as I can see. What time did they come in? Where did they come in? Who came in? And then the question from the other dwarf.
Which was, why did he wait to report it until later?
Yeah.
That should be 5, right? Who was it? Where was it?
Who, where, what time, why did you wait to report the news?
Why did you wait? Yeah. Why did you wait?
The fifth one we were leaving ambiguous, right?
I say we leave ambiguous until, because we may think of a question that we want to ask based on the responses we get from the other questions.
Correct.
All right. And to frame this question the best, his it was, where was it that he worked when he saw this again? Just, so I can frame the question as best as possible. That's the one thing I just got to remember.
He's like a guard, right?
He's a guard.
He just guarded. He hung out. He looked up for rapscallions.
Yeah. It was the night before. Yes. 2 nights ago. I don't know. Brain going crazy. Too many games. But anyway, Crowley's going to start preparing his magics to speak.
Do any of the rest of us happen to recall if they're aware of their surroundings when they're being questioned with this magic?
It can look around. You've probably seen it look around, but like
I don't know if we knew whether it was actually.
Is Crowley?
What are our current surroundings? We're just in like the courtyard of this place, right?
Yes.
Does Crowley still like a dwarf? Okay.
No, because of combat. No.
All right.
I believe we all just kind of dropped our stuff.
If I had time to go walk behind a stop sign or something.
A stop sign.
Yeah.
Those really tall dwarves.
Yeah, if you're above this height, you're not allowed here. Stop.
Christ almighty.
You must be this stout to enter.
I know my target audience.
He turns towards the ritual that Crowley's preparing, just right beside you, Gorm. He says,
"What makes you think he's gonna answer your questions?"
He's got nothing to lose now.
He's still got his family.
Well, hopefully you and your men can protect them a little better, huh?
I cast Speak with Dead. Just let that be the. Let that be.
okay.
Let it ride.
Let it ride.
Cast Speak with Dead. This dwarf. You see its neck start just grinding sounds as it like straightens up, but it just sort of hangs there to the left, and his jaw also hanging off a little bit to the side. But its eyes look up at you, Crowley.
Ah, yes. All right. Obviously, giving the night where this all happened, I will ask him specifically, who was it that came in?
I can't tell you.
All right. So Crowley's going to put a hand over the creature's face and look over to Artyom.
Can you just ask questions, or can you coerce him at all?
It's possible, but we need to reframe the question. We need to reframe the question as to why. Obviously, if he knows something, or is being stopped from answering because of something that will happen to his family, is a possibility.
I mean, you could probably try to convince him, but the most terrible, straightforward solutions to tell him his family's already dead and he has nothing to gain from
I don't think this
protecting
is
them.
It can't necessarily speculate or comprehend anything that's going to happen or has happened since his death.
So do you mean to say that if he says he can't tell you, he's under some sort of compulsion not to?
Our job is to work around and question and see what we can glean just from that alone, and work our questions from there, perhaps. It's a possibility. What do you think of asking him if it has anything to do with his family or magically inclined?
I
We can ask him why he can't tell us.
Yeah, it seems to be the most direct question, I'd say.
It's fair. Crowley's gonna remove his hand from the dead dwarf's face. And why can you not tell us?
They'll kill my family.
He's gonna, cover his face again and look over to the others.
Sorry, I just got this mental image of you like just taking a handkerchief and just like
Alas.
Chill out for a second.
Earmuffs.
Earmuffs.
Yeah, it's like, alack, he's dead. I hardly knew him.
Yeah, it's your people, Gurren. It's up to you if you feel comfortable or not of us lying to him. I feel like convincing a dead man's not going to be very easy, but maybe if he's feels like the only chance of getting revenge is from piping up, that might be something. I don't know how this works.
The only way to actually keep his family safe in the long run.
Agreed.
I don't think anybody in this mountain is safe as long as Idril's still alive, quite frankly.
Right, but without the information, we can't kill Idril and keep him safe, so...
That exactly.
Right.
You had to convince the dead guy of that.
Okay. I'll try.
Absolute faith in you, Crowley.
Yeah, Crowley's gonna remove his hand again and just kind of look at him. Your family is not safe. No one is safe in these mountains. If you wish your family to be safe, we need to know when you saw Yidril. I'm gonna kind of name drop there, see if that provokes an answer, or if he's still stuck on the monotone answers.
Yeah, you don't really get a reaction. This is just a semblance of what his former self was.
Right.
I want to make sure I answer your question properly. What was your question?
Minus all the fluff, I basically said, when did you see Idril? Kind of throwing a name on there, see if that bypasses, if we already have the name, maybe it's fine.
I don't know who that is.
Of course. I could ask him about the elf, if he even shows up, such as that.
We need to know who let him in.
Who let the intruder in the other day?
I can't tell you that.
A better question. I'm going to cover his face again.
This is number 5.
Yeah, this will be.
Yeah, this will be number 5. We know it's not. We can't ask him why did he wait to report the news? Or we can. He probably
that might be the only thing he answers. That might be the only thing he answers. He will not give us any specifics. Clearly, because I don't know if he can be convinced post death.
Right. The only other thing I can think to ask is, was it a dwarf who let him in? But that might be too specific itself.
I mean, we know it was a dwarf who let him in, or at least that he thinks it was a dwarf. Yeah. Visually speaking, he saw a dwarf, but he won't say where or who.
Ask him, what height was the intruder? All right, we'll fall back to the last question that we spoke about from the Kandera guard.
Okay. Ask him why he didn't report it.
Why did you wait to report the news instead of bringing it to a superior?
Give me a persuasion check, Crowley.
How unprepared I am for rolling persuasion checks. And we wait. Low ball 13 plus 13.
26. Think of how I'm going to word this. There's no limit on wording. Oh, okay. Great. No, good. So that way I can fumble my words here.
They threatened me first, and then went to threaten my family. I couldn't do anything.
So he was seen having seen this person.
He said they went to threaten his family. That means that his family also saw this person. Is that correct?
It would seem so. Throw Hanky over a corpse's head. Then they might be questioned further.
They didn't see anyone last night. Or the
Who
night
gives a
before.
shit? He just said that they saw them, that someone threatened them. From the dead man's mouth himself.
Well?
Yeah, they could be under attack right now. Why the fuck are we standing around? We need to go.
They're not.
No offense, guy, but I'm not really super convinced of your ability to keep people safe in this town.
And I'm not convinced that any of you are on it with either. You bring elves in here now.
Oh, fuck
go around.
off! I'm just gonna fucking start walking.
You dare to accuse us of being with Idril after what's happened? You dare.
You
Wait,
side
he's
with
talking
them.
about me.
What'd you say?
You side with them.
But not with Idril. Careful with your words. Do not dare to accuse me or my partners of being allied with that rat.
Am I to be in that book of yours, Grudgebearer?
You'll be somewhere. Watch your words.
My words will go where they please, as will I.
We will see.
The
Do not
rest of
accuse
you,
me again.
aside from the Grudgebearer, are no longer welcome at Corona Peak, pending the end of this investigation.
Is that a
You'll
decision that you're allowed
leave.
to make?
Immediately.
Quick head count, Dungeon Master, of number of Kundaric guards in like immediate vicinity. Just out of curiosity.
Quite a few, minus
Quite
the
a few?
ones. Yeah.
Okay.
Go on, we need to go to your father.
Hey. Squint at this guy. Don't accuse me of siding with Idril.
I accuse your company, Grudgebearer.
I keep better company than you. Your men couldn't protect a single dwarf.
Neither could you.
We did better than your men.
Dead is dead.
We kept your men from being so. Let's go.
He wasn't out there. Real quick, he wasn't out there fighting with us, was he?
No, he's just showing up.
He just showed up.
I didn't see you out there fighting.
Leave, elf.
Come on, let's not
Let's
get
go.
Stumpy too mad. His words might fail him.
Let's go.
You're to be gone by tonight. If not,
You're short
you'll be
and
arrested.
racist.
Oh, okay. Well, as you can see, it's really hard for us to get out of these fucking places.
Probably
Whatever.
better off
Yeah,
outside
have a
of
good day.
Yeah. Come on. Let's go.
I'm gonna say again, Gorm, we need to go to your father.
Aye, let's go.
All right. Are you guys just heading to Andrenhold?
I suppose.
Gotcha. Okay. You guys make your way from here down the elevator once more, down into the peaks and over to Andrenhold.
Let's hope that Yisrael isn't still in this fucking city.
At this point, I kind of hope he is. I don't say that out loud.
Okay. Is that Gorm, does House Kundaric wield that kind of authority here within Chrono Peak?
DM, do they wield that kind of authority here in Chrono Peak?
Yeah, they do. He wouldn't kick you out, but easily enough, everybody else here, especially considering the circumstances, would not be hard to get House Mornon on board with it as well. There's not a whole lot Clan Envrid would be able to do to protect your friends.
Noted. All right.
Got that bank.
Well, shit.
I'd like to see them try to make me leave.
I don't think you would. I'm gonna keep it real
Well,
with you, Chief. I don't think we do.
Just so you know, I'll be sure to write you every now and again.
But yeah,
In heaven.
I guess we'll proceed with our original plan. Go down the tunnels. Hopefully, he has fled back to wherever the fuck he came from.
Okay.
What was that dwarf's name, Goran? Did you know him personally?
You got a.
DM?
Are you proficient in history?
No.
Give me a history check, but consider it with proficiency.
Sick.
$15.
15. You know that was Captain Graven Smeltspine. He
Smells.
Smelt Spine.
Smelt.
Smelly spine.
Spineless.
Smelly
And smelly.
With the 15. Let's see how much you would know about him.
He's ugly.
Fucking work.
He's racist.
For as far as information, you do know him. At the very least, you know of him. Smeltspine is a known warrior and leader for House Kundari. Before the guard thing, this isn't really his. He was in war. That's where he's been. So, you've heard of maybe some stories of him here. I'll give you a rumor. Like, there are some people that view him as dishonorable because he'll send dwarves to die if it means winning a war or winning a battle. So people or dwarves are disposable for the win. But he's good at what he does. That's about what you get with a 15.
He's a warrior, but not the honorable sort. He's good at winning battles, but at what cost? I know him, but at What do you really want to know about him?
Yeah, mainly what can be done to get such a worthless piece of shit out of your city so you can actually get things done.
I don't think that's something that we're going to be able to accomplish.
Well, no, not in a day, but might be something we can do down the line. Knowing the name.
Right.
I would just like to quick interjection. I had a thought.
That's rare.
I know. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I'll do my best. he seemed one of the only questions he had was as to if this guy would be aware of his surroundings.
It's very true.
Mm-hmm. And I can't really think of anything about the surroundings besides those of us that were present being particularly irrelevant.
Right. The guy,
And
the
being
reason
intimidating.
this guy didn't turn in his, didn't report it to anyone is because a superior officer told him not to.
Right. And if the person who told him and threatened him and his family happened to be standing right next to us while we were talking to him, might have hurt our chances a little bit.
Nah.
So, just something to keep in mind, maybe.
He was very quick to accuse as well.
Well, we could just ask him, or Grudgebearer could ask him.
He was also very quick to gaslight us into thinking that even though the man said his family had seen and been threatened by this person, that they hadn't seen anyone.
Right.
I think with the time that we still have here, if we can, we do need to reach his family again and see if his wife could tell us anything. Or his kid even.
There's no way they will let us in to talk to them again.
I just think we should go talk to him in front of all of his men, and if Gorham can do his truth thing and have them know for a fact that he's telling a lie, that he had no part of it, then he knows nothing, then he has nothing to hide. But if he can't, then I say we fucking clap him right there.
That sounds like a terrible, terrible, terrible idea. We will not win that, I don't think.
Dwarves aren't very good at flying after people.
Yeah, we can't all fly.
Clapping him there, perhaps not, but I do think having him tell the truth in front of his men would probably be not a bad idea. Granted, I don't know if I should be present. He doesn't seem to like me, and I don't know if he'd talk to any of you otherwise. So.
I don't think we'll get much past casting a spell on their captain.
I mean, if he's accused in front of all of his men, and all he has to do is tell the truth, then
the vast majority of us are
he'd be a coward
outsiders,
not to do that. I just mean Gorham doing this. I'm not going to confront him directly because that'll just probably give him more fuel to say these are treacherous outsiders that are trying to assault our blah 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 blah.
And Gorham just very publicly declared his at least his allegiances as backing us.
Sure.
I feel pretty good that casting a spell on their captain just right in the middle after accusing him of probably one of the most heinous crimes that they could imagine.
Would they know?
He's the grudge bearer.
For House Envrund.
So?
They are not of House Envrund. I think there's a respect that goes that way, but respect only goes so far. He does not have authority over them.
I don't know. I don't know the political swayings of to and fro for your city. If the grudge bearer says that he knows someone to be a coward and a liar and being of false virtues, how much that would hold sway in the city.
And if his men know him like Gorham does, then maybe they'd want to hear the truth.
Also, I feel like, regardless of what this guy says, we literally saved multiple dwarven lives in that fight. I mean, I know I picked up one guy from the brink there, and I think you got another one, Kaushik. That's got to count for something in at least their eyes.
Doesn't seem like it.
Well, we were talking with them.
True.
I don't think that those guards had anything to do with, Yithrol being let into the city, but Gandalf makes a really great point that absolutely tracks that someone in that, yeah, absolutely. Gorham was right in the beginning. And that's why that guy gets so defensive, is because it was the exact proper line of investigation to go down.
The mole is in Kundarik.
I wouldn't be surprised if he is the person who let them in.
I think it's possible.
Or at least was under orders from him to let this person in.
But that does lead me to wonder why he would have us ask that question in the first place. If it was him and that would expose him in any way.
I mean, it doesn't necessarily, though. If he didn't have any questions of his own, that probably might be more suspicious, especially considering he clearly didn't trust us very much.
Perhaps.
And it's a relatively safe question.
Yeah, people don't trust me wherever I go anyway.
It's a safe question because it doesn't expose him or whoever the mole might be specifically.
Right. Point. So what do we do from here? What's the plan?
We go back to House Endron and talk things through there, I guess. What time of day is it, Ian?
You guys woke up, went through the ceremony. It's a little after midday because you had to go through the ceremony. You talked to the guard. You've had this entire encounter, so it's probably like 1 or 2 p.m. at this point. Not too late.
Damn.
Yeah.
Was our new friend included in that? You guys aren't welcome here anymore.
He was standing right beside you.
Rod sleeping. Oops. Hey, buddy.
Is he an elf too?
Sorry for getting you kicked out of the.
It's an Air Genasi.
City.
He's like looks. He said elven in nature, but blue skinned.
Oh, so he looks like a blue elf.
Wispy hair.
Yeah. Yes. It is all right. I am more than used to not being welcome places because of my appearance.
Fair enough. Guess we should kind of go ahead and hammer this out. I know you came here because you wanted our help with some similar issues that we have run into before. We kind of have to deal with this guy because he may very well kill the shit out of us while we're trying to handle these problems.
Right. It seems like you need a lot of help, perhaps.
Help more than welcomed, but at the same time, this guy is really dangerous. He extremely so.
Yes, if he left these undead for you.
Yeah, he's commanding powerful undead, and is a powerful mage in his own right. And as a former Bone Knight, probably he isn't a chump with any kind of in the realms of martial combat either.
Correct.
So if you come with us, I'd say there's a solid chance that you might not make it.
And you said that did the Quarter tell you why this stuff was happening to your home?
No, she did not.
Yeah, the end of the world is coming. You're having what's that game with the horsey and the crown people? Things are being put in place to bring about the Zoriat coming through to our plane, and so it's just another move on the way. So we're going to get to it.
Chess.
Yes, that's the one. I always want to call it chess, but that's what you put things in.
Right. Okay.
The horsey and the crown people.
Right. The pawns, of course.
Well, I'm not saying that your home is a pawn, but pieces being. I mean, it's probably like at least a rook or a bishop or something.
Oh, now you know the names of all the pieces.
I do. It's all coming back to me now. Alexander and I used to play quite a few times.
Yes.
All right. But yeah.
I know how to play. Okay, I'm not really good at it, but I can play.
But if we don't handle this guy, handling that may be almost impossible.
Yeah.
Well, yes. That seal does need to be strengthened. As long as I am welcome, I will take whatever risk is necessary to help my home.
Great. We're all about taking risks here.
All right, so now you begin your what's it called? Your like trial period.
Yeah, we can make him a deputy. It's all right. He can shoot good. He's got a dragon thing that he can call.
It's okay.
Start him on
he's
the
an
90
intern.
days.
Yeah. You make it 3 months. We'll let you be a full member.
Until then, intern pay.
Haven't
Benefits after 90 days.
Sans time skip. Have
Doesn't
we
count.
been together 3
Nope,
months?
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't
I don't
matter.
think so.
These are the rules of the organization as it has been formed. So
90-day
90-day trial. So if we got everybody else got grandfathered in. Like we were already members, so it doesn't apply to us.
Found
New
him.
members though. All right. Well, shit. I guess we'll go talk to your father. I feel like we should probably determine this really early. Are we going to try and talk to that guy's family again?
I don't think we're going to be able to, right? They're probably
I
not
feel-
going to let us anywhere near him.
I feel like
Oh, they wouldn't let us. If we were going to do it, it would have to be like circumspect.
Right, I'd sneak
I
in there
think
as a
that's what
mouse
that
and
word is used for.
speak to them in their brain or something like that.
Right. Or we'd have to sneak in somehow. And hope we could get what information we need from them before they alert the guards and they come in and beat us to death. Or try,
And
at
you
least.
know, another thing, would it be possible for us to maybe try to ask around to and find out the different places this person was transported to? Because there is only like 10 guards there for the whole place. That seems like maybe what the standard garrison would have been. It didn't seem like more people showed up after the fact that were in the area than were there actually guarding him, right? Am I the only one that, in light of recent talking points, feels like that was a pretty light guard for these giants to come over the edge and attack them?
Telling you that man wanted him dead.
Could have also been that they
Just want to keep a low
they
profile.
were more concerned of an assassin
Right.
rather than an overt assault. So they were like, oh, if they don't know he's here, then it'll be fine. And so they're like, well, don't make it too obvious that he's here. Well, there he was, and they did assault instead of assassin. So
Right, but
Diversion and
like the House Kundrak or whatever, they do the bank stuff, right?
Yep.
So like they don't have like magic barriers that they can put people in. I thought that's how that worked. In banks, they have magic barriers or something.
They have plenty of resources. They just didn't use them.
Curious.
So very curious.
and that's kind of what it comes down to. If we want to, because what did he say tonight? Is that what he said, DM? He said y'all need to be gone by tonight.
Yeah, we
Correct.
only have a few hours to work.
So we are either trying to run down. So I doubt that if he is the only witness that he was, I doubt that there's anybody else would be able to tell us the same information. So we're either trying to, I guess, find one of his guard buddies who could tell us where he was patrolling that night, and that could give us a rough idea. Or we're trying to talk to his family again, which is going to be risky. Or we are continuing with our original plan and going down into the mines, into the tunnels.
Either way, we need to take the course of action of whatever Papa Enbeer decides is the right course of action. I don't want to step on any of this guy's toes and cause a huge bit of drama for him after we're gone, but I'd really like to punch the shit out of that dumb fucking dwarf.
Cody, what were you going to say earlier? You started.
He was just gonna say that
inconspicuousness seemed to be their primary strategy there.
I'm a master of that.
No, you're not.
That was a joke. It's sarcasm.
It's a shitty joke.
Funnier than you are.
I'm sorry, I blinked out. I was still figuring intern pay and taxes.
To House Anbrand, let's go.
Yeah, you guys are there. You guys have been walking and
To
talking.
Garum, let's go talk to Daddy. Daddy Garum.
You know, I just had like a random like phantom thought. Will our younger friends no longer be welcome as well? Like, I don't know, it just popped into my head.
The
From
group that's
somewhere.
supposed to be working for them to help them protect the caravans.
The mines aren't technically in the city,
Madison
right?
and
Well, they weren't with us, so I'd assume not, and it's probably best if we don't
just
associate.
don't bring attention to that
Yes.
detail. Okay, sure. All right.
They're
I've
not
never
part of the
met
Shining.
kids before in my life.
They're not part of the Shining Vanguard. They're not associated with us. We've just worked together on a job or two in the past.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, actually, they're true. We've never worked together
Yeah,
before.
we haven't.
We can make contact with them subtly, and so that they keep their good fortune for now.
Hey, Mr. Crowley, Artyom,
Yeah,
everybody.
Get away from me, kid! No,
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
I don't know who you. No,
Who the
okay.
fuck?
You just
I've never
Jeremiah and Soul are hanging out outside.
seen this man in my life.
I look around. Where is everyone?
Right now, you just see Jeremiah and Soul just sort of propped outside of the doors right now. It looks like they're keeping a loose watch on anything that might be happening.
We'll speak later, Jeremiah.
Okay, all right.
But don't
It's
come
a
looking
shit
for us.
show.
We'll find you. We'll find you.
We're being kicked out of the city. Not you guys, though. Us. So probably don't want to be seen with us too much, since we're all technically outsiders.
What did you do?
We'll find you later. We gotta go.
Okay.
Don't do anything Gorham wouldn't do.
We are really good at making friends.
Right.
Philo will send,
Very
using his
likable.
earpiece, a message just saying,
We're being implicated in the crimes going on around here. They have suspicions for outsiders.
Mr. Garum did say they would.
When you think about it,
But
really
he-
doesn't make sense.
isn't looking at him or interacting when he does that.
And we're moving.
If you have suspects,
Yeah, we're
right?
walking.
Do you just tell them to leave?
Are you saying that in character or out of character?
That's just a thought Ian just had.
yeah.
That's like
You
kind of
do
weird.
you do if your suspects have information against you being the
That's kinda
actual
weird.
person.
Kind of a weird
do
thing.
if
Like,
you're- Suspects are the Scooby Doo gang.
That's like, we think you guys might have committed this crime. Get the fuck out of here.
Until we can figure out what's going on.
We'll do the Scooby Doo run.
Zoinks.
Anyway,
Let's go.
Oh, we got
had that
a little
thought.
we got a little pet dragon to do the Scooby Doo run, so we're good.
Oh shit!
I think it's not that little. I think it's pretty
Is it-
big.
Is Azure in the Scooby Snacks?
All of a sudden, the accent's gonna change. I had to hide my real voice so that they couldn't find me. Like Zoinks goose!
Like Zoink Scoo.
Everybody has advantage on recognizing them. All right. Anyways, you guys make your way up. Garum is in his study. You see him filling out writing some letters or something. Like rubs his eyes. His eye, rather. Rubs his eye.
Hey, welcome back, all.
So there's been a problem.
What's that?
Gorham?
Did you find out anything?
Well, the guy that House Kodrak was holding got killed, so couldn't find anything out from him
Got killed how?
either.
He sent his undead. They climbed over the peak. I don't know how to describe that. They climbed over into the mountains and they destroyed the not very well guarded, mind you, building that he was in, tossed him over.
Just threw him right over the mountaintop.
We fought them as best we
Dwarf
could.
tossing's been outlawed for over 1,000 years.
It was a giant.
Even worse, if you ask me.
I can't believe it. It gets worse by the minute. Crimes against all of humanity. Dwarf-manity.
That's like humanity.
Milo found the body and he was together enough to still answer a couple of questions and, well, they weren't great answers, not gonna lie, but Kashik's kind of still just mad about being accused and being called elf, but she's more mad about what is that guy's name? The chief guy telling, accusing Gorham of siding with the man that killed his brother. So she's kind of shaking at this point.
Out of pocket.
She's very angry. Gorham, do you want to take it from here?
What was it? Smelt Spine? Is that his name?
Spine.
Last
Yeah.
name?
Mm-hmm.
Smelt Spine showed up and it didn't seem to appreciate our efforts to save his men. Accused us of siding with Idril. Calm down. Everything was fine. Didn't hit him. Thank the ancestors.
Should have.
That wouldn't have gone well for anyone.
Right,
I
exactly.
know.
But I would, I can't shake the feeling that House Kodarik is involved. Their defenses were not good enough. They could have hit him better, and they didn't have many guards there to protect him until he had been killed.
The guy that was there straight up said, "Hey, you're suspects and you're causing a lot of trouble in our town, and you should just leave instead of being questioned or interrogated." Which seems to be the most suspected dog. Gandalf's the one who figured all this out. I mean, I guess Gandalf has had a little bit of a shady background as far as crime and things are concerned. I'm just kidding.
What do you mean?
It's just high wisdom and paying attention to things, and it's commendable.
Very observant. My eyes are real good. Numbers and stuff, not so much. Like what's the math that thing, math. Not very good about that one.
In our line of work, you don't really need that much, so that's good. There were some suspicious things, I think, involving Smelt Spine and potentially intimidating our witness.
I thought you said he died.
And
he did.
Okay.
Did you not hear the part where I said that we brought him back and talked to him?
Oh, so he's alive again.
No, well, no. Didn't bring him back. We brought him back into the holds from over the end of the mountain.
Right. Okay.
Talked to him.
He was like puppeteered kind of to talk.
Yeah.
For like
Crowley has a spell that allows him to ask a few questions to the dead.
Right.
We asked who he saw. He said he could not answer. We asked why he could not answer. He said because his family was threatened. We asked why he didn't tell earlier that instead of waiting until the morning, we asked why he didn't tell them that night what happened. And he said that he and his family were threatened by a higher up in the guard.
Well, he didn't say that he was directly threatened by a higher up, but he said that that his family was threatened, that they threatened him and his
separately. So his family also perhaps spoke to whoever was seen. So I think we might need to talk to his family again. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that, but I think that might be a road to go down.
Yeah, it seems very logical that these families being detained rather than protected at this point.
But he told us we have until tonight before we need to leave. So it needs to be done soon.
My suggestion is that we get your son with his magic to deal with the truth thing so that we can know for a fact whether or not he was a part of this. And if he does the truth thing, then hey, this guy's just an asshole, but he's just doing his job and he's bad at it. But if he doesn't, if he refuses, or if he finds out he's lying, then that's a whole different bag of worms.
Highly doubt he's gonna let you cast any sort of magic on him, just as a matter of principle, especially if he's already having you removed.
Maybe we can go the opposite direction with it then.
Is
He seemed
there...
to...
Go ahead, sorry.
No, you're fine, you go ahead.
What are you going to say?
He seemed to hate me particularly because I'm an elf. Maybe if we could have another meeting with him and Gorm could cast his truth spell on me.
Smeltspines hates everyone. It's not just you.
Yeah, it seems like it. So small to be so full of hate.
That's most dwarves for you.
Not the dwarves I've met. Small maybe, but full of hate, no.
Aye, well, I deal with a lot of them. Politicians, maybe I should say dwarven politicians.
Perhaps.
It might just be politicians.
Do dwarves have a system of like an underworld duel type kind of thing?
Let me at him.
Baccarat.
Aye, those were outlawed. It's a lot of problems with grudges building up around if you lose a duel. A lot of sore losers out there, so had to scrap them.
That's fair.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry,
No,
I keep
you-
interrupting
no,
you. I'm
no,
so
you-
sorry, Kaushik.
You get to say what you have to say. You say it.
Well, I was just kind of thinking if that's the case, could you kick us out of your house and publicly denounce us from being related to your house?
Oh, no.
Or at least me?
To what end?
For me to call that fucking guy out and tell him he's a piece of fucking shit, and if he was a real dwarf, he'd fight me right here to get the truth out of him. So it wouldn't come back to your house.
Smeltspine doesn't get riled very easily. He's cold.
He seemed a bit riled while we were with him. Maybe it's because of how close we came to finding the truth about it.
I can't imagine that he likes to protect his reputation, so I can't imagine that that's playing too well for him right now either, assuming that he's not guilty, but if he is the traitor, it doesn't feel right in my mouth.
And what do you know of this guy? You said that he doesn't like anybody, but does he seem like the sort, from what you know, that would betray his people?
Depends on what you call betrayal. Some people will say he's already betrayed a lot of people, sending in a lot of dwarves to die just to win a battle here and there. But he wins, nonetheless. Greater good and all that.
I'm familiar with the concept.
Where's the greater good in trading lives?
More lives.
Wait, what did you say?
Ganwood said winning.
No, what did you say?
Garum said more lives.
Oh, gotcha.
It's a matter of philosophy, I suppose, but I don't know. I don't know enough about him to let you know. I haven't heard of him. I can't imagine him working with an outsider from what I know.
If he's not going to work with us, then all my mind keeps going to as a way for him to have to work in opposition to us, then they might show his hand. Be that as something to make him do something stupid to try to cover his tracks or defend himself or something along those lines.
Right, but if he's going to do that, then he'd do it when you were out of the picture.
Right, which is why we have to do it right now.
No, what I'm saying is, if he was going to cover tracks and become reckless doing so, he would do it when you are not here. Especially if he thinks that you think that he's done this.
Is there anybody in the whole city is above him in authority?
He's the highest ranking official for House Kundaric here. Until the head of House Kundaric is here. Of which the dungeon master cannot remember his name right now. But Garum certainly does, so he name drops him.
Appreciate it, buddy. I don't think confronting him in any public way is a good idea.
Was there a House Kundark dwarf at the ball we went to in Shard?
There was the leader of House Kundark was there. I think who spoke to it. Was it him or was it a separate House Kundark dwarf that was they were hitting
Crowley or something?
Yeah,
was
it? Yeah, I couldn't remember. They were hitting on either Crowley or Koshik. I can't remember who was getting hit on. Somebody was getting hit on though.
Crowley was being hit on.
Okay, there we go. That's who that was. Okay, there you go.
I mean, we could try to call in a favor.
I just if we, I don't think any kind of direct approach is going to be particularly effective in this instance. If he's as if he's been in the game and this
is a little bit
reputation
bigger than just Smelt Spine. If you're talking about House Kundark being involved,
I don't think it's I can't think that it's the whole house. I suspect it's a mole. I think it's one. I think it's an individual.
Right, but if you, that's not how it's going to play out. All right, it's not. You accuse him of that openly, and then.
What if we've got the proof already?
If you have proof, but we don't right now.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think a confrontation is going to be helpful. I think we either break off, go ahead, deal with Yidril, be done with it. Hopefully acquire something from Yidril's lair or wherever the fuck we find them that could implicate whoever the traitor is, be it Smeltspine or somebody else, or probably significantly more risky as we try to acquire some evidence while we're still here, which would involve if the only specific individual that we suspect is Smeltspine, would be trying to break into his residence and acquire evidence there.
Or, again, we could go the route of trying to get an audience with his family again.
There's no fucking way they will let us talk to them.
I don't think they'll let us talk to them. But, DM, real quick, whenever we went into his family's home, what was the makeup of their house? Was there still cracks or windows or anything like that in the building?
No windows. It's a completely stone. It was carved in this alcove, and it was carved out of the side of the mountain. So it was almost just like a hut jutting out, and several of them built on top of each other. So a stone house maybe. I said they were is it Pueblo? Yeah, Pueblo in style. Mm-hmm.
So no openings big enough for a mouse or a bug or something to get through?
You could always go look.
This house was above ground, right?
No. This was under Mornenhold.
Shit. Okay.
Across the chasm from Anvernhold and under Mornenhold.
How high are the caverns? over there.
From what?
Like, from the roof of that building to the ceiling of the cavern.
Oh,
If we could ballpark. I don't know how much of this is like carved out a ton, or if it's natural caverns, or.
oh, it's like carved out. It's like mined out, and the buildings were like the negative space here, or like the buildings that are carved out. So I wish I'd just fucking picture. Here you go, look at it. Because I feel like I'm describing it really badly.
Because you said it was kind of like the some of those old
Picturing like
the cities that you're talking about, like that were like carved out of like the sides of canyons and stuff.
like
right?
like adobe buildings and stuff that are built into relief of like a canyon wall.
Right.
Kind of what I'm imagining, but not with like the wooden struts,
right.
Obviously.
I'm just trying to see like how much clearance there is to the roof of the cavern from the top of this building.
Yeah, not very much, because the buildings themselves are like stacked 3 high, so they can fit more dwarven families here. So maybe about 5 feet or so, if that.
To the top of the cavern.
Ooh, yeah, shit. From the top of the buildings to the top of the cavern.
Gotcha.
There's not a lot of space.
Yeah. Okay. Never mind. I had an idea. That will not work.
And unfortunately, stone to mud or mud to stone is a 40-foot cube, so that would get really sloppy really quick if we just tried to sneak in through the back door, so to speak.
I mean, if we would be trying to sneak in, we would have to get in. We'd have to get in, question them in somehow relative silence, without them alerting their conduct guards, which there were not a small number of, if I recall correctly. And then back out again. Some of the people that getting Gorham in, who is, as far as I'm aware, one of the only people who can do this truth spell, I think, would be a little finicky.
Gorham, can I get you to roll an insight check real quick with advantage?
When we went and questioned the family at first, did Barrick go with them inside? No.
Barrick stayed out with the people outside. I went inside.
You went
around
inside.
Crowley's shoulders as a mink.
Right, so you recognize his wife. You could probably send her a message, right? Speak to her that way.
I cannot send the message.
You can't do that.
No.
I thought you could do that. Sorry.
He can't. He can if he sees someone within a certain amount of feet, but he doesn't have your type of sending.
Yeah.
Right.
He can do like a mental link.
Can Crowley or
16.
16. So you're kind of watching, talk as you guys are having this conversation. You look at your father, and he's allowing the conversation to continue because of the circumstances right now, and of course he wants to find Melgrim's killer as much as everybody else, and especially if there's a rat. But every time there's mention of like sneaking in somewhere or anything, it is physically bothering him, and he's just kind of staying quiet about it right now. But you can tell the conversation every time it goes that direction, he's uncomfortable with the idea.
That's fair.
I don't know. That is, of the things that I think we can do while we're here, within the hold still, within Corona Peak, those I think are our options. I don't think there's any forum that we can explore that they're going to allow us to just do as we will.
We don't have to stop looking either when you leave.
Of course.
Of course, I'll have people looking and asking questions. And I think that might be more productive at the end of the day. I'm sorry, what was that, Kaushik?
You're okay. I'm going to turn to Artyom and ask him this question. What about the gods that we helped during the fight? Do you think maybe they could help get us in?
I mean, they might. I don't know. I think that would probably be a pretty big long shot. Like, they probably would be adverse to sacrifice their career on a bunch of random dudes who came in, and then their officer said that they were bad guys.
I hate to interrupt your planning right now, but who the hell are you, Blue Man?
Oh yeah, we met the new guy.
Yeah. Hello. I am Azur, and right. Yeah, I've been trying to find this group of people to help me with a problem in my home. Yes. A seal in the swamps where I'm from is having the same problems that they helped fix at the other swamp. But
And you just know where they're located.
I am.
You just find them.
In the crawling swamps, yes.
You might need to repeat your question, Gar.
It is more of a statement than anything. And he said, and you just find them, no problem.
He came in helping us fight the Idra's undead, so he seems to be on the up and up.
He looks frozen in place.
He's doing battle with the mighty ferocious feline foe.
That's what's on this. He's fighting Gooster. We had to bring him back in this house. Now the grandfather's staying with me.
Did the cat turn his computer off?
I think maybe.
Oh
so.
no!
I think he may have. I think a plug may have gotten.
Someone screenshot it. Screen grab it. Now do the twist. Anyways,
there he is.
Just welcome back.
He's back. Welcome,
Anyways, like I said, you'll be in town. You have a lot more eyes on you. And not one of us, even myself and Garomal, are going to be safe until Yidril's taken care of. So I think it's going to be best if we divide and conquer here. You can't do everything on your own.
Hopefully he's away from here then.
You have no way of knowing.
Yep.
Good news. Good news is if he does attack me here, me and your grandfather will be close enough. Your grandfather should be able to get us out. At least away from him.
Right.
Your friends. I can't promise their safety. Obviously. So, they would like to stay here. I've already put them to work. We'll continue to do so. As long as you're okay with them not making any sort of promises about their well-being. And I think that should be a candid conversation coming from you all.
When it comes down to it, it'll be their decision.
This is fair. What were you saying, Artyom? I didn't mean to interrupt you, boy.
Yeah, I was asking, do you want us to just let this go then? Is that what you're saying?
We're not letting anything go.
The investigation as far as us pushing things before we're kicked out today.
I think that's best before you make my life a little bit too hard to look into things. We have an Iron Council meeting coming up. I have a lot of people to talk to when I get there. And a lot more allies there as well.
All right.
So we gather our things and go then.
Seems that way.
Just if you do manage to find out that that guy had anything to do with it, fucking Shitspine, whatever his name was,
I like that.
let me know. I'd like to come back for a legal visit, maybe.
Hey, we'll find out who it was.
I also say worth considering. I know this may be a bit of like an easy, maybe too easy jump. Suspicion may fall on Glenn Colquhoun, considering I know you said they're kind of two-faced, maybe easily bought. Just a thought.
That was my first thought.
I figured just want to make sure that they like voiced any of the few thoughts that they have before we leave. They'd probably lose track of them before I came back.
Van Anrond is not short of enemies. Son of a bitch, we keep talking at the same time. Artyom, go.
I was just saying, Dwarven politics are even more confusing because you have houses and you have clans and then you have families, and it's all just a tangle.
What's confusing about that?
Well, the houses seem to have different objectives than the clans, and then the clans have different objectives than the houses, but they both have different levels of.
I thought there was just one house. I thought there was House Kundarik, and then there was all the other clans.
Right, but apparently, the way that if you're part of House Kundarik, you can be from a different clan and still be in House Kundarik, right? Is it not how that works? Is everyone that's a House Kundarik guard from Clan Kundarik? Is there a Clan Kundarik?
There is a Clan Kundarik, yes.
Oh, okay, well then that's a lot easier. Okay.
They're one and the same.
Oh.
So why not they just call Clan Kundarik?
Because they're a house. They're dragon marked.
I mean, they're a group of people. I said the house is a dumb fucking thing. Anyway,
a group of people live in a house. It's not a hard connection to make there.
You guys live in a mountain.
In the house.
In the mountain. There's a house in the mountain. In the hole in the ground, in the wall.
In any case, all right. Well, that makes more sense. I really appreciate you clearing that up. So, this House Kundarks, they're not even from here then. They're kind of like outsiders as far as a different clan coming in to take care of security.
They watch over Krona Peak because of their interest there. Krona Peak doesn't fall under any of the clans. Watch. Kundarik take that up. They take the security of Krona Peak. Jesus.
We've all been there.
That's Dwarvish. he says, son of a bitch in Dwarvish.
Wow, that was some really foul language.
Gracious. It sounded really angry though.
I won't repeat it. That was woo. Even by my standards, I couldn't possibly. I couldn't possibly. I didn't know you could say that about someone's mother. That is, that was something.
So, what is your plan at this point? We do have a mock caravan on standby. If you still wanted to go with that,
is it going tonight? We can leave tonight. That would be the best.
There's not a whole lot loaded up on there. So it leaves when you leave.
Yeah. So sooner the better, maybe.
Yeah.
All right.
Is there a way to? I'm asking everyone in the group here. Is there a way for us to know if someone's spying on us with magic? Not really familiar. I have the ability to spy on others with magic, but I don't know a way to stop people from spying on us. Because I feel like this plan can be unraveled if Idril just goes, "Hey, where are those guys at?" There they are.
Well, he seems to want to know where we are, from what I understand. So.
Well, to be fair, we did go across the entire country in a day, and we found us that night.
Yeah. To be fair, we were getting closer to him. So, and we knew he was looking into things pertaining to Gorham in general, trying to figure out who he was and all that. And the last time, like earlier today, I think, Koshik looked in on him and he said that he was going to be, pursuing us. He wasn't running away.
Right.
He was looking to kill the rest of us.
One at a time. Right.
Correct. So if anybody happens to know like magic that is like real good for not being spied on, that'd be fantastic. I don't know.
I definitely could look into it, but
Not my purview.
I would need to do a little bit of research first.
All right. I don't know if we've got time for research, but
He
I guess
says,
what you can do on the road.
frantically searching the spell list for artificers.
It might have. What would like? It's like I'm just like if you are trying to not be spied on, like you're trying not to be detected. So like the. You
They
might have to be
definitely do make
non-detected.
devices. They definitely do make devices for it, but I don't have one, and I'm not sure I can make one offhand.
That's fair enough. Well, we'll just. I mean, if it's not something we can do anything about now, I suppose it doesn't bear much stressing about.
Hopefully we'll be, I guess when the caravan gets to where the caravan's going, we're going to be moving very quickly anyway. So even if he does scry on us, it'll be wisp in the dark.
And Koshik, when you scry on him, you don't like get like a ping or whatever. Like you don't know exactly where he is. You can just see like his environment. Yeah.
Correct.
So if we're not anywhere that has anything that like really jumps out at him for like exact location, probably be pretty good.
Right. Maybe a few feet at most.
Right. So like he'll see cave. Big fucking whoop.
I mean, you can sometimes get a sense of like hearing things around. Not much of a smell, unfortunately, but little context clues like that. How light it is if you're in a building or something. It's very blurry, at least for me. I don't know how it works for you.
Right. Don't immediately know exactly where he is. Can't.
Okay. Bill? Hopefully he's fucking preparing, because we're gonna accommodate son of a bitch with everything we get.
I would certainly fucking hope so. So yeah.
More than likely he'll send someone, Aelin, probably to find us rather than himself, but might be an easier fight to take.
If Aelin's coming, he will die.
Mm-hmm.
There is no getting away this time.
Right.
We'll just have to be really careful. And well, I guess we're going in there with the like fake. Should we? If we're trying for him to not immediately find us, do we still want to go with the fake caravan? Or do we want to go with the caravan and just make it not look like it's us who are with the fake caravan? Do our best to be like, oh, we're just some fucking guards. Attack us, minions who we can capture and question for information pertaining to your boss's location.
Right, we very much resemble normal dwarven guards.
I was about to say, I have a couple of tabards, but I don't think it's going to look very right on the taller of you.
Generally speaking, there are lots of dwarven caravan guards who have a mask, that they wear around with those smiley face on it all the time.
That sounds made up.
I've seen a lot.
They just look at Crowley like, like what?
Out of the party, I think I've been the only one to look like a dwarf here, Artyom.
No, I can do it for like short period of time. And I'm a little tall, but hey, it happens sometimes, I think.
Imposter dwarves.
Imitation's the most pure form of flattery or something like that. I don't remember.
It's stealing, it's what it is.
It's stealing.
I believe that is not a joke, Jim.
With like a half smile, Milo says,
You know, with some very minor modifications, I could probably get the armor to do a similar effect.
Also, I mean, Yeller, it's not completely out of the question to hire mercenaries to guard your caravans, right? That's not like totally out of the norm.
We have already done it.
Yeah. So I mean, even if we don't look like guards, we got to just not look like us.
Artyom's just
Look
kind of like
totally
taken aback,
different.
looking at Milo and like bringing his knee up, like you're going to fold your. How's your legs working, mate?
It would just be illusion. It wouldn't stand up to tactile inspection.
I'm just saying, me and Cushing did like a real good job making Milo not look like Milo for that gala. We
He
can
was
do that for
fair.
everybody.
He was not in armor though.
To be fair, one
that's good.
outsider probably looks the same as another.
Well, we're not trying to hide from the
Naughty
doors. We're
girl.
trying to hide. We're trying to like not look like us for the people that they're trying to kill us. They're like, oh, these are just some fucking dickheads who are guarding this caravan. Let's kill them, and then we fuck them up.
I think probably the best idea is that if there like a few things in the caravan, we just all stay inside the wagon and don't be seen until someone tries to attack it.
Do you think Yidril's told his people about you?
I am not making any assumptions.
Fair.
Because there's that like old saying, like you just make like you're the jackass out of you and me or whatever.
If I
Something
may
like
make a
that, I don't
jackass
know.
of myself, I'm almost certain he just told his people about us.
Plan for the worst.
Eloquently put.
So,
Bigger hammer that Gorham has now, more fingers to smash. More questions to ask.
is it bigger or is it just kind of like spooky looking?
I thought
hammer
that
is
thing
massive.
was fucking massive.
It
I
is.
thought it was normal, and then it like grew or whatever. Like,
Oh, okay.
Okay. That's
the
my
hammer, the
misunderstanding.
hammer is massive.
No, not the hammer. I thought talking about Aelin's like ghost hand.
Oh, the hand. I thought you said a hammer.
I said hammer. More hands to smash. As in, if he sends more people at us, we're going to start
Gotcha.
fucking sending little piggies to the market, so to speak.
I thought those were toes.
Well, those are.
for toes.
We got more than 10 questions, probably.
That's you're asking for a lot of precision out of a hammer that big.
Well, a lump sum, I guess.
Ask all the questions at once and then just both it.
Send a whole truckload of piggies to market at the same time.
Thumbs up.
The
Problem
most efficient
solving.
form of relocation.
Y'all are just sort of looking back and forth at each other.
But yeah, so anywho, I guess we do that. We'll go with the caravan, try to be, not super obvious that we're fucking awesome because we are, and we'll find Yidril and kill him.
I'll say we'll probably have to stay inside. We don't ever get seen. Maybe we have to use some type of illusion, and we all have to take a shorter bathroom break at the same time, and kind of go in shifts so that they don't see 10 different people going in and out of the wagon repeatedly.
Sure. I could probably just. It's pretty dark in these mines, right? I could hang out outside and keep an eye out.
I'll meet y'all out by the caravan.
That's fair.
Gorham, don't forget to tell your grandfather bye if you're leaving again. So make sure you talk to him before you go. Also, you should talk to your friends.
Right.
Gets up and walks up.
Which of those would we like to address first?
What's up, y'all?
Talk to the younglings.
Yeah. I saw him killing yinglings.
You
Yinglings.
go down the store, and Gariel's throwing a dagger in the air and then catching it when it comes back down, just saying. Then he sees you guys walking down the stairs. Gara walking down the stairs.
Fucking scar.
That's my kind of stupid. I like it. Good hustle.
Madison in there with him.
And go get Jeremiah and Sol. Are they near the front door?
Yeah, they're just hanging out at the front door.
Okay, all four of them or just those two?
The two of them are in the little sitting area, and then Jeremiah and Soul are outside of the front door.
It's kind of, Jeremiah, get your ass in here.
Yes, sir.
And your buddy. God damn it.
Come on, Soul. Walks him in there. Yes.
What's up?
Just we were having watch.
Yeah, huddle up. All four. Or just make sure we're all in the same place.
This is going splendid, Madison.
Hey, shut the fuck up. Smart ass. All right, look, we're getting ready to go. Again. I suppose. But, we told you already, Jeremiah. Is partially because we're getting kicked out. Don't do that. Just recommendation. But if you guys want to stay here and continue to help and do work for Ascendrund, by all means. But at the same time, there's Lord Unvarn has asked that we let you know that there's going to be they can do nothing to guarantee any kind of safety for you. And the danger of the particular task that you guys have chosen to undertake is higher than it was previously thought, probably significantly.
Madison sort of sits up from laying down. What do you mean more dangerous? I'm assuming what got your brother. Looks the room.
Needle is prowling around. We don't know where he is. Don't know where he could strike next. So.
And you think he might come after us?
He could come after anyone, but it's possible.
He might send goons after you at least. Or at the very least, he might decide with... Oh, God. What? I can't remember. Did we determine a timeline for when we thought that he might be trying to do some kind of blood moon ritual? I want to say we did, but I can't quite recall.
I do not believe there was a timeline.
We just knew that he was probably doing that.
I thought it was like 21 days or something like that.
I thought maybe it was like 3 weeks. That sounded right.
I'm not sure.
But from what we understand, it looks like whatever he's trying to do, he's going to be trying to do it sooner rather than later. And if that involves some kind of aggression against the people here of Corner of the Peak and the Holds, he may start getting more aggressive with whatever these attacks on these caravans have been. So even if he's not targeting you directly, doing what you're doing may put you right in the middle of the kitchen when it's nice and hot.
Jeremiah, we came here to help. We'll do that.
Just gonna kind of, after he says that, just kind of give a look at the others. Just kind of gauge reactions.
Give me an insight check.
Sure.
Can I make an insight check as well?
Sure.
24.
Trying to gain the same thing. Just sort of reactions.
7. Yeah.
Okay. 24. Agariel looks from Jeremiah to Madison. To Madison. Jesus. R.I.P.
R.I.P. Madeline.
Oh.
R.I.P.
To Madison. Soul has no real reaction that you can gauge. Madison, she doesn't know. She cuts her eyes and sort of rolls them at Jeremiah when he says, "We'll do this because we came here to do some good," and is just sort of contemplative right now.
can.
Why can't y'all say this stupid stuff in the damn chat so I don't look like a maniac? Jesus.
And that is commendable. But
It's the shit I gotta deal with, chat.
Just, maybe if things are looking kind of rough at the start of the fight, there's no harm in, loss of life being more important than caravan goods. Things seem really dire.
Obviously. I don't think that's what I'm worried about. This sounds so far beyond anything we can handle. Jeremiah, I know you want to do good, but this is... Some things are just beyond you. This might just be suicide.
Sometimes there's nobody else to step up to the plate, though.
Make a persuasion check.
Eight. Not very persuasive. Motivational speaker, I am not.
Right. She doesn't say anything. She's sort of just still thinking.
But at the same time, just looking back over at Jeremiah, like, maybe this is something where some of the best good you could do is let Lucas know. See if you could convince the keeper or anybody within that this is something that they should help with.
I can try. I don't think that's... Uncle Lucas didn't really want me leaving. He would have been happier with me just wearing the tabard of Flame Keep and being a guard within the city. I came out here because I thought I could do more good, and that's what I'm gonna do. I mean, I'll speak to him, but I wouldn't hold your breath on that one.
Hey, you never know.
Not to mention his forces are there doing an important job too. Speaking of the Keeper of the Flame.
Mm-hmm.
He is to keep
some of this shit gets out of hand. Might not matter. We're not 100% sure what they're doing. Or what this shit with the Blood Moon is. It could be much worse.
I'll write a letter.
You'll write a letter. Okay.
That's... How else am I supposed to talk to him? I guess I can go speak to House Orion and have them send a message for me. We can scrounge up some gold to do that.
If you decide to not stay, how are you going to get out of here?
The lightning rail?
Oh yeah, I guess it's okay.
That makes sense.
Fair enough. It is not really enough. All right, yeah, the lightning rail. Forgot about that. Good job. Plays it super cool.
Can I get an insight check on that?
On what? What are you trying to... Oh, on RTM? That's
Yes.
up to RTM.
Yeah, sure, roll it. Proper deception check of 4. Rolling like fire tonight.
So we need to have a combat, is what you're saying.
Yeah, for sure.
Woo!
That was a 13.
Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. There seems to be something pretty fishy about Archelm having the access to ride a lightning rail. Like, that's probably a really fucking dumb idea.
Whatever you decide. Don't do whatever it is lightly.
Never. We'll do our best to protect what we can, but we'll also be careful about it.
All right. Well,
You be safe. We'll see you all again very soon. I know it.
Of course. Lickety split. Well, I think we got another visit before we get going. Let's do that.
Okay. Well, clearly we have to have hugs. And Jeremiah comes in,
Fuck's sake.
starts hugging you. Says, Flame be with you. Flame be with you as he hugs each of you.
And also with you.
I'm gonna give him an extra long hug.
He receives it.
Squeeze him a little harder.
Miss Koshik, I can't breathe. Miss Koshik, you're very strong.
Shh.
You're very strong.
It'll be over soon.
You still can't kill him if I kill him first.
Jesus Christ.
You know, he's not wrong.
Not wrong. Not incorrect.
Technically right
But he
is
ain't
the
right.
best
That's
kind
the
of
best
right.
kind of right. Yeah, technically right is the best kind of right. Fucking hear Hank Hill from the hallway.
Hank of the Hills.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Soul comes up to you, Crowley, and gives you a slight bow and says, "May your lute be never out of tune, and the music always in your heart."
Crowley will also bow. You have come a long way. I look forward to seeing how much further you come the next we meet.
Indeed. Bye.
Just stare.
I'm gonna attempt to hug Madison. We'll see how that goes.
Okay. Go up.
Should I roll an athletics check? Should I roll a grappling check?
You open her arms and she looks at each of your hands to see what magics are in them. And you just hug her? Yeah.
Did she hug me back?
Cast harm on her.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh.
At disadvantage.
Damn it!
Yeah, disadvantage.
I thought we were fam.
6th level inflict wounds.
Oh no, I thought we were fam. Okay, you said what? Persuasion at
Yeah,
disadvantage?
persuasion.
Okay, that's okay because my persuasion is still +7. So
Uh-huh.
okay.
God
First
damn.
roll is 17 total. Second roll is 18 plus 7 total, so 17 total for the
17 total?
Yeah.
She looks at like the rest of y'all as Kaushik's doing this. Right, okay. Alright, that's done now.
Yes.
Accepted. Is she making all these noises while she's hugging? Like,
Well, it's a fucking
She's
gremlin
turned into an
Kaushik.
undead. Get her off me, get her off me. Alright. Where are you going to now?
Grandpa's house for that.
You know
never mind.
you know your grandpa's here. Yeah, don't
Here,
don't say
Gooster.
that. Don't you fucking say it. You know your grandfather's in this house though because they're staying in the same spot right now.
Do
It's their grandpa's room.
Do we
Okay.
hear Gooster in one of these rooms locked in somewhere?
Not yet.
Goosing about.
Okay. I'm on my guard.
Okay. Dodge.
I can redirect the fucking goat.
You go up to your grandfather's room, which has sort of like a just a simple like guest room of your father's keep. And you see when you walk in, doors kind of cracked. He's just sort of sitting on his knees in the middle of the floor. sort of like bowing his head and muttering to himself a little bit. He's praying.
I'm gonna knock on the door frame.
Hey. No.
Grandfather.
Good.
We'll be departing soon. Wanted to come say goodbye.
Right. Come here. I got something for you.
I'll walk on over.
Like shuffles over. He's got this like pouch in his hand. He rubs his thumb in it. It's a deep like black color in there. He like takes his thumb on the front of your armor and starts drawing a rune on the front of your armor. It's a rune of protection.
Ooh.
Put them in the ground.
I will, grandfather. They'll pay. Look after father.
They always have. They always have.
Well, I don't like leaving you two here, but we gotta go find Eberron, so
you gotta do what you gotta do, boy. I have no qualms with it.
Hey. Give him the big old hug.
He stops you from smudging the charcoal onto him.
Safe travels.
Hey.
Ancestors guide you, boy. You're gonna need all of them.
Thank you. I'm out of there. Swoop.
Out of there.
And he walks away.
And I walk away.
I saw him and then I didn't.
Okay. See Garmal sort of just standing there. Was the rest of you, unless anybody has anything else, you guys walk out. And towards the Anran Mine Shaft. And I didn't realize it was 7:12 already. So let's take a break.
Crap.
Yeah,
Woo!
that zoomed by.
I thought it was like 6, maybe.
Wow. Okay, guys, we're going to take a break. Let us go get some beverages and stuff. Don't go anywhere. In the meantime, you can use this opportunity to click over to our charity link and go donate to the International Medical Corps and open your hearts and wallets to that great cause who are providing some relief on the Ukraine front. So go do that in the meantime, and we're going to go get some beverages, refresh, and we'll be back soon. Don't go anywhere. Much love.
Bye.
Hello, everybody.
Bye.
Welcome back to us and to you. We are Hard Knock Dice. We are all of the same people that were here before. A quick recap on what our party did in the meantime. They spoke to a Captain Graven Smeltspine to start off this session. Spoke with him about the assault on the Kundaric barracks on top of on top of Krona Peak by some undead. Some feisty words on either side. They interrogated the dead witness via a speak with dead spell and a little bit of conversation with their newfound friend Azur. They walked back down to Anvernhold after being expelled or exiled from Krona Peak for now and out of the holds. With that, they walked down to Anvernhold and said their goodbyes as they now plan to depart from the holds and towards Scairn, where some of Yidril's last people were last seen. Some of Yidril's people were last seen. Words today are A+. So we pick back up after a speech has been given to the SV Junior, Shining Vanguard Junior group.
Whoa. Hold on. Let's not be hasty.
We'll just call them the Tiny Vanguard. And a goodbye to the grandfather, and are now walking over to the mines, where they plan on departing with a false caravan in hopes of luring some people out.
Hell yeah. Big
Okay.
brain. Never had a bad idea.
Facts. You guys get there, you see a wagon sitting there on some rail cars. You also see a couple of goats there with it, sort of tied off to the side. You look into the back of this wagon car, and you see some loose, long skinny bars of iron just sort of hanging out the back there to seem to make it rattle and make some noise. This is not meant to be stealthy. So
All right.
Garam's sitting there. Right. We have some little bit of resources here for you, not a whole lot. I don't know what you have in the way of food, but there's some rations in the back as well.
All right.
Enough for about a week or so.
Appreciated.
Of course.
So like a single raised eyebrow, Milo just says,
Dwarven rations?
What other rations? Yes, I am a dwarf, and these are rations from me. So.
Excellent.
You think it's like it ends up just being like regular ass rations. It's still hardtack and jerky.
oh, he's just gonna cry so
Damn
much.
it.
Spicy hardtack and spicy jerky.
Oh yes.
Spicy hardtack. Oh, what the hell?
Hell yeah. Spicy doorknob.
That constipation can be hitting different.
This is true.
What?
Have you ever been stopped up but spicily? Anyways. There's some mortar in there for you as well. I don't know what sort of resources you have on hand, but hopefully this is helpful. I had Hilda bring your bags down. Everything's back in there for you. Some of my men will accompany you a little bit of the way, not the entire way, of course, but if you don't run into any trouble, but they'll lead you to the edge of my mines at least.
Well, we appreciate your hospitality and all the help you've given us while we are here.
I wish it could have been a better time for you here. Hopefully when all this is wrapped up and done with, we can do some more drinking and feasting together.
Nah.
In the light of Yidol's death.
That'd be nice.
It will be. I'll get him, Dad. Don't worry about it.
I know you'll. Keep yourself safe. Always stay vigilant.
Conk's head with you, Gorum. Gives the rest of you some strong dwarven handshakes, with the exception of Azur.
That's fair. Understandable. Good day.
Right then. Yeah, get out of here. Go get him.
You guys start going down the mine shaft. So, hours and hours of travel. You start off with going through the mines, and you see a plethora of dwarves working and mining away. You see some offshoots of them just pickaxes in hand, mining on the making new tunnels, some working on existing I think I just said the word, and I can't think of veins of ore as you go by. But it is some of them who see Gorms, those stop, seeing the rest of you go through and nod their heads to you respectfully. Not a whole lot of words or anything. shared, but you guys are loud clanging through these tunnels, but these tunnels are loud right now, but eventually even those begin to fade back behind you. Guys are looking around. This seems well populated. Doesn't seem like an area for an ambush, really. Eventually you get to the edge of the Enrid mines where tunnel has been carved out and continues to go forward. Your father's men sort of turn to you. Hey, this is where we stop. Good luck.
Thanks.
Hey lads, thanks for the escort.
Hey, the goats will keep pulling, so you don't have to worry about anything about that. So if you start going down any hills, though, they should be okay. They should be fine. Should be okay.
Hey, I'm sure they're cool. I'll take care of them. Don't worry.
Find that statement vague and unconvincing.
Right. There was a tunnel collapse not too far in. There's been a bit of a diversion though already carved for you. Taking advantage of the frozen lake at the time while we clear out the collapse. So just so you're aware.
What does that mean? Taking advantage of the frozen lake?
Means we carved through some of the ice.
Yeah, all right. Let's hurry.
That sounds very, very unsafe.
Probably. But orders gotta get where orders gotta go.
I suppose.
He's not wrong.
Let's get past that part really fast.
Yeah,
Handle
agreed.
that ahead of time. Quicker we're past that bit, the better.
Okay. You leave them behind. You continue through. And this trip, depending on how far y'all are going to take it on a caravan, and I don't know if you guys plan on taking the caravan the entire way, or if you plan on using the windwalk ability. So what are your plans for travel?
I think the plans were we were going to continue along with the caravan up to the point to where there was the highest percentage of attack set, and after we got through that, like, okay, we'll keep going.
Right. Okay. Gorham did mark where several, not Gorham's, I'm sorry, Garum marked where several of these attacks had happened. They didn't seem to be consistent in any manner, and there was no sort of pattern to them. But easily enough to find the highest concentration of attacks. Can I get everybody making me some perception checks as you go through these tunnels?
Okay.
Sure.
And if at all possible, since these tunnels are dark, I would be staying outside of the carriage proper, trying to be stealth kind of off to the side.
Okay.
As we're going along with this.
Gonna be very swingy on my perception checks.
Dirty 20.
24.
Ooh, 13.
Inky 20.
Natural 20 for a total of 29, I think.
Nice.
Natural 20.
Oh, it's stealth checks, right?
Perception at this time.
Oh, gotcha.
Sorry.
Sorry, I took my headset off because I thought I heard something. So.
But yeah, natural 20 for a total of 27.
Nice.
I rolled a 18.
18. Okay. Very nice. You guys go through these areas. Yeah, I see 2 hands raised. What's up?
Should I be doing this at disadvantage because I don't have dark vision?
Unless you're lighting a light of some sort to aid you.
No, probably wouldn't be able to do that inside of a caravan, so. Well, still 15, so change mine to 24.
Okay. All right.
19.
19. Very nice.
Shit.
You guys, as you're sort of walking through, nearly all of you staying very vigilant at this moment, looking around. You don't see very many people. You're looking around. Nothing bothers you. You do see crevices and whatnot in the natural walls, like cracks in some of the walls that sort of disappear into darkness. You get to eventually a similar looking caravan to what you're traveling along with right now, but utterly destroyed and off to the side. You see large swaths of dark red as you walk up, and looking at the map that Garum gave you, where a red X is where you're at. You can assume so. You see large swaths of dark red everywhere, and you don't see any signs of dwarven bodies or anything here.
I'm assuming this is like very old, like blood dried and all that fun stuff.
Yeah, you can take a look. You're more than welcome. The blood does appear dried from further away, yeah.
Should we take a look at the... You said the caravan's kind of wrecked. Does it look like it was like the carriage itself was kind of fucked up and destroyed by something?
Yeah, it looks like it.
We should look that over probably.
I'll send Barrick out to flap around and inspect over the stuff.
Okay, give me a perception check.
13.
Flies around. He doesn't find a whole lot looking over the wreckage. It looks like, you know, the caravan itself was toppled over or something like that, and you just see large spatters of dried blood here and there. But there's nothing on the caravan. He doesn't see anything in the back. Doesn't see any hints of leftover anything, really. It just seems to be leftover of the caravans.
Does it seem like it was tossed over, or like giant claw marks or anything like that?
Give me a survival check.
Sure. Do I do that with this? Well, I guess Barrick can see.
Yeah, if you're gonna use Barrick's
yeah,
bonus.
Yeah. That's a 19 plus whatever Barrick's wisdom is. I think it's a +1.
You don't see any giant claw marks. It just looks toppled over.
Okay.
Someone just kind of shoved it. Do there appear to be any of those like natural crevices and stuff in this area?
Mm-hmm.
I want to stealth up to one and look in it.
Okay, give me a stealth check.
Well, double 12s. That's 25.
25. Very nice. Okay.
Kind of go up and see what I can see down in there.
How far does your dark vision go?
60 feet.
60 feet. Look in. Somewhat wide right here. You could probably squeeze in there if you'd like to. You look down in there, goes down 60. You can't see 60 feet as the cavern or the crevice rocks jagged sort of cut off
to the side.
Yeah. Okay.
Does there any evidence of like you know how like we talked back when we were doing the Eldritch Grove stuff, and I crawled on that kind of mountain, and it looked like there was evidence of stuff using that as a passageway, like scratch marks and stuff. Is there anything similar?
Give me a perception check.
26.
The 26. Yes, you see what looked to be evidence of two types of markings. You see a heavy boot print right outside of it, and then you see almost like scratch marks.
Like from claws? Like claw scratch marks kind of, or anything that I could like make a comparison to, I suppose, is what I'm asking.
Quick survival check.
That's actually, I almost never roll survival. What is my bonus? Oh, that was +6. 21.
21. Not like claws. They're not like digging into the rock or anything. It just doesn't look like padded feet of any sort or boots of any kind. just somewhat subtle, like almost triangular, but like an elongated triangle markings on one.
Elongated triangle.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like a long pointy leg, perhaps.
Long pointy leg. I'm trying to.
I don't know. I'm just fishing. Okay. Okay. Elongated triangle.
Ever since she said skittering, that's all Ian can think about.
Oh,
There's driders in them there caves.
Or just spiders of some kind.
not like that.
Okay.
Not like that. There are multiple points of contact.
Gotcha. Okay. So I will make my way back over to the caravan and kind of report on what's in there. Like, yeah, looks like they definitely who and whatever it was came out of the crevices. And they're not just monsters either. It looked like you said heavy boot print. Like, did you mean just like a deep imprintation or like a big boot?
No, not like a big. I mean, sizable foot, but not like giant, not like large creature.
Right. Yeah.
But
okay,
yeah.
So still medium, but just like is heavy. So
Correct.
like they might have been carrying something heavy, or they might just be heavy. Who knows?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, it's like there's somebody's boots. Either it's a really big dude or somebody carrying something off from this caravan. I guess something heavy. Pretty deep imprintation and things like that left like scratch marks on the stone, like a long weird like elongated triangle looking mark and stuff. So whatever it is, they lived here down here. I think I could probably fit if we wanted to look into it a little bit.
What happened the last time you went inside of a crevice like this?
They found us a way up into where we were going.
That's right.
And also located the spooky people who were holding a dragon hostage. So
we'll go find us another dragon being held hostage.
Hopefully it's not that. That was a bad time.
I'll send
repeat
with you.
Okay. That'll work. All right. I'm gonna go stealth my way back over and I suppose try to wiggle my way into them there caves.
Okay.
Them there caves.
Like I said, you can fit in it. Start making your way back. How far do you go?
I guess initial is to the bend because you said before 60 my vision even ended, it kind of curved off to the side.
Yeah, like maybe 10 feet in, curves off. Yeah. Like it has an indentation. You have to like shuffle your body around. Continues going back and then down. Oh my. Someone using a jackhammer outside of your window?
Oh, if they got it attached to their car, maybe. I don't know.
Oh.
Good Lord. Yeah, just edge up and kind of just peek around that corner, and you said it goes farther forward and then starts to slope down. Edge up to where it starts to slope down. How much of an incline are we talking here?
Just about 30 degrees at the moment.
So like doesn't seem so extreme like that I wouldn't be able to get back up. Like I would be able to climb my way back up.
Yeah.
Okay. And do I see more of these like heavy boot prints and stuff? Evidence?
Easy enough to find them, yeah, with your passives.
Okay. I'm gonna keep creeping a little farther forward because I'm only like 30 feet in at this juncture in this crevice. Okay. I'm gonna start descending the incline.
Okay. Keep going down the incline. You eventually get to somewhat of a drop off in a chasm as it opens up into this area in front of you.
Oh.
See on the other side, maybe 30 feet or so, another crevice about the same size sort of drops off further than your dark vision can see into nothingness. You kick off a few rocks.
Don't like that. So the crevice opens up into a giant like chasm-y area, and across from me is another crevice.
Yeah.
How far across?
Oh, 85 feet.
Oh shit! I can't jump that far. That should be far from me, boss.
How far did he get away from us?
At this point, well, I mean, you have no clue. At this point, Ganowin's been traveling for about 15 minutes or so.
Oh shit, that's pretty far. I'm assuming I've been moving at like my full speed this entire time, though. Like it's a little.
That's my assumption. You weren't sprinting through
No.
here and down a 30-degree decline.
He's doing context. For the context of the question, Milo is gonna ping him every few minutes with message until he was out of range.
What's the range of message?
Only like 100 feet, I think. It's pretty
120.
short.
120 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you stop getting that ping probably about 5 minutes into your journey.
Oh shit. Oh no. So I've gone about almost 400 feet in and down. Ooh. Yeah, I guess after I get to that chasm, do I see any evidence of like, can I see a roof or anything like where they might have suspended anything or maybe climbed up and around or
Give me a
it seems to
perception
go.
check.
You say perception?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 25.
You find some of the same footprints on this edge, but there's no like indentions, marks, anchors, or anything like that. You look above. There is no roof to this cavern. Just goes. You cannot.
Awesome.
You cannot see a roof to this place. You look for anything suspended, and you can't see anything within
60.
Within 60 feet.
Okay. So they got across somehow, probably, or they just jumped. Maybe they wanted to go down. Who knows? I can't make it across on my own, so I am going to turn around and make my way back.
Okay.
Do what?
I just said turn around. I was singing turn around. Yeah.
Yeah. Creep my way back to the group.
Mm-hmm.
Just let them know. Like it goes in a little bit, then curves to the side, and then it goes like down at the pretty steep incline for a while, and then it like big open chasm kind of thing. Can't really see the bottom or the top, and about 85 foot across or so, another little like crevice thing, like another little opening. So they either went down or they got across somehow.
Did you see if there is anything on the walls outside of the crevice or they could have crawled around?
Not that they could see. I didn't see any like hooks or like nothing that they were using to like traverse the space.
It's pretty weird. Maybe they had magics to just fly over, I guess.
Entirely possible.
All right.
So this may lead to nothing. I don't know.
Well, you were gone for quite some time, so I would imagine if they were natural denizens, that their den would be quite some far distance away.
So we could try to pursue them through these, which is probably going to be a little awkward. Or do we continue as we were planning? We also don't know if these guys actually have any connection to Yggdrasil. They might be more like mercenaries, is what it sounded like with the exchange that they had with Aelin.
Right. I mean, it could have just been said, hey, go mess with some dwarven caravans and get XYZ. And they said, oh, okay, well, we know a path to get there. It's over this chasm over here.
Right.
Yeah. Hey, Gorham, do you know anything about these tunnels or how they work? Or I'm not so much of an underground person myself.
DM, do I know anything about these tunnels or underground chasms and how they work?
So give me a let's see.
No.
What the fuck would this even be? I don't know. Give me
A religion check, because mining is a part of dwarven religion.
Hell yeah.
I'll give you a
Charisma to work in
DC
real life.
Sounds
40 religion check.
I ain't making that.
That does not sound right to me.
I'm being robbed.
So we need guidance.
Give
we
me a
need
history
fucking-
check. I'll say at advantage because that is underground.
Ooh, a 16. So a 17.
Okay.
Nice. Just?
Gorham, you can pretty easily point out the my brain is not working right now. All right, you can pretty at the piece of paper that your father has drawn the caverns on, or the mines on. This is nowhere on there, but there were also crevices in your father's mine area that are not on that map. They're not part of the main mine. They're either deemed too unsafe to start mining that direction just because of like structural and stability issues, or just not worth it because no ore veins are going that way. However, underground is a massive place. There are untold turns to multiple different horrible places sometimes. That what he's describing could go or be anywhere.
There's no telling what could be down that path that Gendoin took, so it could be anything, really. It's off the beaten path. There's many cracks and crevices that are deemed too dangerous to mine into.
Okay. Well, I guess maybe in one of the other caravans will have more evidence of what exactly attacked them, and maybe we can get some more information from that one.
All right.
I mean, this is I'm not just going to say what happens. I mean, it's a group, it's a vote, I guess you should say.
I have no issue with that. I personally think I don't know how much we're actually going to get out of confronting any of these creatures outside of they're not going to be bothering anybody else. But I could be entirely wrong. Maybe they do know exactly where to find Yidril. Maybe he's with them right now. I don't know.
How high of how tall was this crack that was coming into the mine?
About 6 feet.
And how wide?
Just wide enough for Gainwind to sort of like, it's not like a tight squeeze for him, but it's not like you're not sprinting down these halls. You're having to carefully move.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's not like a whole 5 foot square. It's like we're not defining it in D&D terms. It's a crevice in the ground, like 2 foot across in some spots, and just kind of fluctuates from there.
I could seal it up, but I don't think that it's an issue of this being a spot that bad guys came from. I think they probably could have come from any place.
I think any of these crevices probably lead to wherever they're coming from, honestly. Or at least a lot of them.
Right, I guess let's move on then.
Okay.
Creeping along in the dark.
Following around
darkness.
the beaten path.
Perception check.
You guys eventually get to cavern collapse in front of you. You have just massive rocks in front of you in front of this tunnel, and then immediately aside and above it you see another like signs of fresh like digging going up into the right of it, like a very slight incline into the right of it. You can assume this to be the detour.
Oh boy. To the tunnel that goes into the fucking lake. Don't like that at all.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's go. Woo!
Okay.
In there. We fear nothing. Not even nature. Stupid, but we are.
It's just gonna, what is it? Use like to speak with animals from the staff. Like, okay, boys, we gotta get through this shit quick. Fucking hustle.
Traveling for a couple of hours, you don't see any difference in terrain for some time, and just kind of using your perception checks from before, nothing's bothering you. It's pretty quiet down here. Eventually the tunnel begins to lighten up just a bit down at where you're walking towards. As you do, you see a portion of the tunnel that is about 25% of it or so rounded off. It's carved off ice. Cast this like kind of beautiful like blue sheen into this tunnel from the sun above beating down through all of this ice. Very diffracted and like all over the place, but you guys continue your way down. How long do you guys travel?
I guess we're gonna keep going till we get to the next caravan.
Or I mean, well, this is for in this first day, right? So I assume we would stop.
Oh, okay.
At like the evening, yeah.
Okay.
Whenever,
I didn't know if you guys were trying
like,
to push it or anything like that. If you're trying to push it,
we can. I guess it comes down to what the party would like to do. I think that may be unwise.
My spell slots aren't looking fantastic.
Yeah, we're still a little roughed up from earlier.
Yeah.
So I'd say probably wanting to. We'll call it a night at like a regular time as best we can judge the time on underground. Like, guys, I'm starting to get tired. I think it might be like 8 p.m. I don't know.
And not just for today, but pushing ourselves too hard when we don't know when he's going to come for us is probably not the wisest decision. We already know there's going to be a fight. We want to make sure we're ready for it.
Yeah. I don't think we should be overly rambunctious until we have something to work with. Or at least we should consider kind of play it careful until then.
I agree.
All right. So keep going till the evening.
Yeah. This tunnel persists this way for the length of your journey for the day. You guys continue down this path.
Like the cave-in area lasts for that long?
No, well, it's for like,
okay.
Yeah. So sorry, there's like a brief detour up and above. Yeah.
Okay.
But no.
Okay.
You guys continue making your way down. The path doesn't change all that much. You have no map here. There are several rights and lefts to make along the way as forks happen in the path.
Are there more of these crevices and stuff as we're going along?
There are.
Would I be able to kind of take a peek at each of them, and I just want to see if there's any evidence of those, like, same like scratchy marks in these different crevices, kind of as we're going along.
Sure. You gonna you gonna look at all of them? There's quite a few.
Probably just. I don't know how much of a, because I'm not trying to like investigate and go into every single one. I'm just kind of trying to like jog over and glance in. Probably like it mostly just any of the bigger ones, the ones that were kind of like similar to size of that one that I looked at the first caravan.
So you can look at about 3 before get left behind.
Yeah, so definitely not let myself get left behind. Just kind of want to see if there's evidence of them using these things to traverse regularly or only when they're ambushing things.
Yeah. You look at each of these around the openings. You don't find any footprints like you did at the other one.
Okay. Those are the scratch marks still?
No scratch
so
marks.
Nothing at all. Okay.
Right.
Sick. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You guys travel. Get to about, the end of a day's travel set up. What does your camp setup look like?
Good question.
How big is the area we have access to?
This tunnel's about 30 feet across.
Perhaps a tiny hut.
Were we able to find like a nook or anything, or is it just like right in the middle of the tunnel?
It's right in the middle of a tunnel.
As for the hut, do we want to do that? Is not I know, as counterintuitive as this may sound, but part of our reasoning of going with this caravan was so that something would attack us. Thinking that we were some of the regular guys.
Well, I kind of feel like if a lot of us show ourselves outside, though, they might recognize who we are. It's going to be a little bit difficult. I mean, Gorham is a dwarf, and he'd probably, in most circumstances, look the most apart, but he also has super noticeable armor and a big giant hammer that I feel like would be a dead giveaway, so...
Giant glowing ball, or just ball of whatever, like impenetrable magic. Impenetrable may be a strong word, but largely impenetrable.
It doesn't have to glow.
Well, even if it's not glowing, right? Like, kind of, there's not really a place to hide it in here. They'll see it. They'll see this orb of fuckery. So,
how high is the ceiling? Is it like 30 foot?
Yeah, like 30
down,
foot.
so it's 30 feet up too.
Right.
Okay.
We'll sleep on the roof.
Oh, well, I was gonna say the reason I was asking is Julian's gonna direct his Kestrel and drone in opposite ends of the
Julian has a drone now?
Or Milo will direct.
Hey guys.
Imposter.
I'm struggling today, alright?
Me and you both.
Have the Kestrel and the drone watching opposite ends of the camp to see anything coming from the tunnels.
How far out?
Probably a good like 60 feet in either direction from the edges of whatever, either our tent setup or our tiny hut, whichever we decide.
So party 60 feet, 60 feet. Gotcha. Okay.
I don't think it's the best idea. I'm just throwing it out there. If we want to do the hut, that's fine.
I only suggest the hut because I know that we're trying to be attacked, but I don't think we want to be attacked in our sleep.
Right.
I think the hut could be a possible. I was just talking out, right? I think the hut could be good because it would let us keep our cover, right? They could just have someone who can cast that spell, and we could all safely sleep in the wagon, under the wagon, next to the wagon. Should be fine. But
Does the wagon
otherwise,
fit in this hut?
how big is the wagon?
Wagon will not fit in Liam's tiny hut.
It's taller than 10 feet.
With all of you in it? This is a 10-foot hut. Yeah, absolutely not.
Okay.
With all of you to have sleeping positions in a 10-foot hut? The hut's already crowded enough with 7 people in it.
All right. I
don't
figured
think
it
it's
would
necessarily
make
high
it
enough.
easier for people to sleep in the wagon, under the wagon, like little bunk beds. But yeah, if it's taller than 10 feet, then it's taller than 10 feet. So
I'm not well versed on how tall.
I don't think it'd be
usually are.
taller than 10 feet.
I also don't know how long it would be either.
Yeah,
10
no,
feet
it's
tall, 20 feet wide.
It's I thought it was a 10-foot in diameter.
No, 10-foot radius.
Yeah.
Huge, pretty big.
It's a beef and
Larger than probably any tent you've ever put together.
Right. Yeah. No, I thought it was a 10-foot diameter. That's why I was thinking that way. Yeah. No, I would say it'd probably fit in here if y'all wanted to roll the wagon in. Someone would have to sleep. Like 2 people probably sleeping in it. A couple of people sleeping under it.
The goats, them motherfuckers have to stay outside.
Sucks to be a goat.
We'll keep an eye on them.
Like Jurassic Park bait.
Yeah, just like.
Oh yeah, dude, great. Yeah, Jurassic Park underground. Glad to know we're fighting purple worms. Awesome.
Hell yeah.
Love it.
Jones is.
Not a bad idea.
Let me pull up this.
Stab block real fast. But yeah, so yeah, if we're going to do the dome, I think that's fine.
All right.
They might just be a little more hesitant to show their hand. We'll see. Only one way to find out.
Yeah.
And I think we're going to be down here a while, so we can like mix and match our strategy day to day.
Sure. I'll go ahead and create the hut. And...
Okay, 10 minutes.
Make it look kind of rocky and stony on the outside.
So
Rock and stone.
You're gonna make it gray, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Okay, you can change the color to gray. Yeah.
It's like a big stalagmite, whichever one.
It's just
Just
weirdly
jutting from the ground.
spherical.
It's a perfect spherical dome.
Big stalagmite.
Lord.
Okay.
And of course, we're still going to like keep watch as normal because it'd be really dumb not to do.
Right. I'll have Barrick sort of mosey on outside and have him just kind of chilling between the goats to let me know if something murder-lates them.
Okay.
Hey, boss, all the goats are dead.
How's it go? You say he's mosey, and I imagine like cowboy bat.
A badge. He's got a little cowboy hat on.
Yeah. He's,
Well, now that's adorable. That's got to happen.
this tunnel ain't big enough for us both of us. Oh my god.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there
Once
anything?
everything's... Oh, sorry, go
Oh,
ahead.
nope. Go for it.
I'm just gonna say once everything's settled down, we're about to go to bed. Kajik wants to pull out the crystal ball from the bag of holding
Mhm.
and give it a scry.
Okay. Who's crying on?
Aelin.
Aelin. All right.
Howdy, bitch.
Uno momento, por favor. I'm gonna have to cast it. Hi, because it's the only. Wait, hold on 1 second.
Does casting it at a
Wait,
higher
never
level
mind.
do
I
anything?
don't. Wait, hold on. Oh, okay, perfect. Never mind. No, I don't think upcasting it does anything, and I have a 5th level spell slot I can cast it, so it's fine. I thought I was gonna have to use my 6th.
Okay.
And I'm just using my 5th. Okay. So it's gonna be. Would you say I know Aelin well, or just I've met him?
You do not know Aelin well.
Okay, perfect. So that's a 0 for him. I didn't think so. I don't know. You know, when he got real close to me, he had me in his arms.
Yeah, I'm gonna get physically close to you.
He held me in his arms. Yeah. Okay. So it's just a +0 to him, +0 to me. So. Oh wait, hold on. Connection. Yeah, I don't have anything of his, so yeah. So that's gonna be a wisdom save for him.
What's your DC? 17, right?
17, yeah.
Okay. Kashik, you look and you're just unable to establish a connection with Aelin right now.
Sick, left that. Okay, cool. Well, hopefully, I get a full night's sleep because I want to try scrying again.
Right, I'm gonna need that back though.
Like right now? Like right now? Yeah.
Give him his balls back.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna give him his ball back.
Okay.
Thank you, appreciate it.
I'm gonna pull out the mirror.
I mean, if you need to use it again right now, you can use it.
That's what I was gonna do, but you needed it back.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, I literally just said I was gonna try scrying again, and you were like, I need my ball.
I'm sorry. I thought you meant in the morning. My brain is somewhere else. I apologize.
Yeah, that's why I said I hope I get a good night's sleep because I'm about to use my 6th level spell slot for it.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Sorry, my nose is kind of running because I'm eating spicy, which I shouldn't be eating, but I'm doing it anyway.
You trying to scry again?
Yeah, on Edril this time.
All right.
Still a DC 17, but he gets a -5 and a -4, so a total of -9 to his save.
Kasha, you cannot find Edril.
What the fuck?
Slippery bastard.
What's this bitch doing? Jones, what's he doing? Tell me.
I have no clue.
Do you? We're all real close. I'm guessing that Milo is not far away.
You guys are all in this space, unless someone's walking away. In which case, you should let me know.
We're all within like 10 to 20 feet of each other, more or less.
Yeah.
Just like there's, ways for us to guard against him looking in on us. He would have access to the same resources. Honestly, probably more, if we're being honest.
Right. He was with a shot. And with that, I'll give the ball to Artyom and settle in to sleep.
Word.
We have a particular preference for watch order. We totally should keep one of those.
I'm good with whatever watch is convenient for everyone else.
Okay.
I can do first watch.
That'll work. I'll take third. Not gonna go in order. Fuck you guys.
I'll take last.
I'll take first watch.
Fool. First watch already been taken.
We should keep watching pairs.
Right. How many of us are there? 1, 2,
7.
3, 4?
Someone's by themselves.
Last watch should probably have just one.
Yeah, me and Beric will take last watch then.
I already called it.
Dummy.
Me and Beric will take fourth watch, third watch, whatever. Let me know. I'm going to cast a spell.
I'll take second watch.
I'll take first watch.
Throw your weights around, Artyom. Take first watch. He's a new guy. Establish yourself.
Okay. Azure Koshik is on first watch. Milo and who for second watch?
Gorham, I guess.
Silence.
Okay.
I suppose.
Yes, zip hills.
And then Gandalin and Artyom for third.
Fariarty. Yep.
Okay. All right.
I guess it's Crowley by himself then.
He's taking last watch.
We
That
said
was the
last
plan.
watch would be
Okay, sure.
by themselves.
All right.
Make it easiest.
But yep. To those who are around, will see me take that crystal ball back, and I do scry, and that's it.
He eats it.
Oh.
Big jawbreaker. Okay. Would you like people to take their headphones off?
Oh no.
Okay.
I mean, it's the same thing I talked about a long time ago. Every night, it fails.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Okay.
He's crying on his nuts.
Where are they, Jonathan?
Had to hide him for winter.
Where are they? Speak, Artyom.
God. Okay.
All right. Anything else before bed and before watches start?
I assume we got a short rest. I can get some hit points back before we left, and on this trip.
We're scrying and setting up camp in the dome and everything. There hasn't been a short rest yet.
A short rest since we left the Dwarven city?
When?
Traveling.
No, I mean like
On the caravan?
since before we left the Dwarven city, like after we talked to
Spell's fine.
Yarum.
We left like right after that.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah.
Hauled tail.
We were dip
Alright.
dip potato chipping.
Okay. Anything else before bed?
Nope.
You first, Cody.
Oh, just instructions to the lookout robots to alert whoever is awake, even if it's not him.
Gotcha.
Yeah, same thing with Beric guarding the goats.
Okay.
So
I do not cast an alarm cell because I've already cast the dome. That would be stupid.
Okay.
Cast these nuts on your face. So
That cantrip.
it's a 3rd level spell.
Iron Act technique.
Testicular smite. Anyways, Gorham, go ahead.
Anybody that is sleeping near Gorham probably hear him mumbling before he goes to sleep.
If you listen in, or look at him, he's got the Melgrim's little stone in his hand, and he's just repeating to himself, Malgrim, Madeline, Mel, Jocelyn, over and over again until he eventually just passes out.
Okay.
I'm glad I'm on first watch, because if Kasha heard that, she would be pretty sad. Because she didn't hear that, but I did.
Okay. Our first watch people, Azur and Kaushik. You would give me some perception checks.
Oh, sure.
And you also spend a couple of hours awake in this quiet tunnel. Quiet for
And
now.
it stays quiet.
The perception checks for the drone and the bird are quite different. The Kestrel got a 12.
Legend.
And the drone rolled a nat 20 plus 4, so 24.
Okay.
I rolled an 11 for a dirty 20.
Nice. Pointy ears.
19 for Azur. Okay. You guys are just sitting in silence. Yeah. Okay.
I guess so.
Why are you blue?
Long, awkward watch, but otherwise quiet.
Unless he got something to say to me, I'm Gucci.
Okay. All right.
I don't know him. I ain't talking to him.
Sure.
Wow.
That's my purse. I don't know you.
Savage. You haven't earned my friendship yet.
Your watch has come to an end. Milo and Gorham, I can get some perception checks for you for second watch.
That's so embarrassing.
You fool. Oh, shit! What the
Good
fuck?
thing that the drone rolled decently because Milo got a 9.
I got a mighty 19.
Yo.
Nice.
Much better than 9.
This will be the death of Gorham. A successful perception check.
I'd standing ovation, but I don't want to lose my headset.
You see everything.
You guys are hanging out
Down the street.
down the street. You do see fairly large beetle sort of just walking past the dome at some point. Just cave beetle waddling along. Finds one of those crevices, just goes down into it. Other than that, nothing. Okay. Anything else for your watch?
Probably not.
Very well.
Milo's
Gorham's just vibing.
He's been introspective since the funeral, and that hasn't really changed.
Sure.
Depression fueled watch.
Very, very quiet watch tonight. But your watch otherwise is not disturbed. This brings us to Ganduin and Artium.
10-4. All right. Double nat ones. I feel it. Okay, the opposite of that, almost. 29.
21.
29, 21, very nice.
And that shit.
It's quiet.
Sick. Love it.
So you can like change the way that you look now, huh?
Barely. I don't think it's quite this. I don't think it's quite as good as Crowley, but might be a nice little like confusion thing, perhaps.
You give me a dwarf voice.
I really like rocks and beer and mining things, and I hate old people.
You're just as good at it as I am.
I feel like I think it is much better application. Like with
just
not dwarves or like is a purely visual. Like
just
yeah,
the
don't
looks.
mind me. I'm just walking along. Don't look too close because I'm weirdly tall.
Do a Brie accent.
I don't know what that fucking is. Hi, I do not. I don't have accent.
Or do like Sharn with like KJ and Milo's mom.
Oh, jeez. Jeez Louise. Hello? Hi, guys. I can't do that one. That's kind of I need to take like classes or something.
Yeah, we can practice on it if you want, but probably shouldn't talk too much while people are trying to sleep.
Yeah, I don't plan on that being like a primary thing. Crowley seems to have that skill on luck. Just
right, but what if someone asks you a question?
I fucked. I will hit them in the face. And then run away. They'll never see it coming because I'm like a dwarf. They'll be like, "Oh, his hand's down here," and I'll fucking hit them in the face from like where my arm actually is. They'll never see it coming. Mind games. Yeah, I don't know.
So wait, it doesn't like it's not like a suit you wear. It's like an invisible projection. It's not like it changes the surface of your body.
No fucking idea how it works. I don't know.
Well, I mean, could you just do that and look like you, right? And then squat down inside of your own body and punch someone in the balls, and they think you're standing up?
I don't know. It's worth trying.
Do you want to try it?
Do you want me to hit you in the balls?
No, I don't want you to punch me in the balls. We don't know each other that well yet.
I mean, we could. I guess we can see if it like has to follow my exact like physical like how I am depicting myself.
Yeah. I assume that when you squat down, your elbows just come like out of your fucking knees.
I'm pretty sure if it's like it when if I cast it, it follows my movement. So if I squat, the illusion squats. This is how. I'm not casting like minor image. I'm not casting like major image or anything.
Artyom has no. I don't think Artyom has any illusion spells.
Yeah, though it is vaguely disturbing. Like when I cast it, like you're looking at me, it's like a weird as the illusory form takes place. It's like a weird sense of like vertigo, almost for like a moment before the spell kind of takes place. Yeah. I don't know. This seems kind of like a waste of magic. I still look like me, but squat.
No, it doesn't work.
Is it still no? Okay, it's okay. I guess it works better if like I am like a different height in the illusion and the.
Could you put on an illusion? Okay, that's you, but just backwards. So like you're seeing out of the back of a cloak, and you're having to like walk backwards places and like have your.
I don't know.
So you could just be like, oh, like a guy who's peeing in an alleyway, and they're just like, oh, this drunk guy's just leaned up against it. But you're, like this. Yeah, you're doing one of these, like but you can see everything going on, right? Yeah, exactly.
Why would I do that if I could just hide in the dark alley instead of trying to piss in it or pretend I'm pissing in the dark alley?
It could be daytime. You could be a really, really bad drunk who's drunk in the day.
It is day drinking. Okay. I don't know. I could try one more time. I have
just using all the Gandalf spells already.
I already had one used. I only have 3. I only have 3 spell slots. I don't give a shit. I'll try though. I'll try casting it. I'll use my last spell slot to recast. Fucking disguise self and see if it works. I'm assuming it doesn't. TM. Like,
no.
Nope. Shit.
It's still a really good spell. I mean.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I think it's pretty nifty.
You still have to experiment with these kinds of things for sure, though. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Like you have to figure out in what weird ways you can do stuff like that. Yeah,
there's a bunch of spells I remembered whenever I get my memories and stuff back. So that's gonna help my magic grow a good bit.
Cool.
Right? Yeah, it's like just 20 extra years of, well, not really full 20, but half a dozen or so.
And
So
hard
that's
the ballpark.
right.
I can see in the dark now. Just kind of actually,
Yeah,
it's a little freaky. I just haven't questioned it. Kind of.
You can cast illusions and see in the dark.
Yep. I am not thinking about it very hard. I heard it's bad for you. Thinking too hard. So, at least in my case, not a good idea. I'm just gonna let it ride. I feel like we're saying that a lot. Just let it ride. Like, yeah, it's fine.
I'm gonna whisper a little bit quieter. Do you think you might still have like a lingering demon possession or something? You have like demon powers now?
Yeah, no, I don't think so. Maybe. It does feel kind of icky, but it's kind of the same as like the other stuff I can do, but it feels different.
I'm trying so hard not to make a Blade reference right now.
I don't know. Couldn't tell you.
Well, if you ever feel like I don't know, doing like unspeakable,
murdering, doing terrible things, I'll I'll try to keep you on the keep you updated. First person on the list. Number 1.
Okay.
Yeah. What were you doing earlier? By the way, like Koshik was using the orb for like scrying on or trying to use it to scry on Aelin and Yidril, and you just you were doing your thing, which seemed very similar, but didn't really report success or failure.
Yeah, it doesn't work when I try to scry on home.
Oh.
It just doesn't get there, so.
That sucks.
It's been a long time.
Do you know where it is?
Yeah, it's across the ocean.
Oh, like Centric?
No, it's a dar.
I don't know where that is.
I'll just kind of Corvair, Zindrik, Adar.
Like, oh, okay, so it's like down that way, or Zindrik's like down here.
To the east, not to the south.
Does it, if you remember, should it work?
It seems to be blocked. The place had some weird magics about it. From what I understand, lots of things like that never worked, but I mean, before bed, I'm going to get the rest anyway. I try to use what resources I can when they're available. Give it a shot.
Is it like the whole place, or is it just like specifically on the Dar where you are from that it doesn't work?
No place that I've remembered so far.
Okay. Well, we've got the airship. So, or actually, you can walk through trees now. The fuck am I talking about? We could pop over there sometime.
I'm fairly sure that doesn't work either.
Well, then the airship.
Yeah, maybe after we save the world, we can go take a visit. Yeah, see what's changed.
Yeah,
if there's anything left. Yeah, it's pretty busy. We're in the cave looking for, trying to get ambushed by assholes.
Yeah, which we've been sitting here talking. You'd think now would be prime time. Ambush the idiots who are obviously using their magical abilities.
Wasting all of their spells.
Yep. You hear that, you fucking morons? Nope.
Just a couple of standard miners who have spell-like abilities and make them be possessed by demons.
Well, we are guarding the miners. It's a caravan.
Oh, right.
There aren't miners in the caravan.
Just us, the only two competent people in this group of civilians.
All these fucking losers, they can't do anything to protect themselves. We are real cool.
Okay, I'm done.
Nope. Okay. Yeah, I'm good.
We are real cool.
Just like pause and listening, like. No. Okay. Fair enough.
Nothing happens over your watch and no response is given to we are real cool. Which brings us to our last watch. Crowley. Like, give me a perception check. And anything else you'd like to do over your watch?
Nat 20.
Nice.
I see nothing. Nothing's happening at all.
What's your
'Cause
total?
if it was good, I was gonna say if it was gonna happen, it would have totally happened last watch. That I don't know. Anyway, perception. Where is my perception? Oh, 25.
Nice. Anything you want to do over your watch?
Not particularly. You know.
Okay.
Just gonna just hum to himself while he's looking around. Maybe stretch his legs out. I don't know. Walk in a circle. Double back. Walk in another circle. Double back again. Walk in another circle.
Okay.
Wear a hole in the floor.
You all.
We're gonna dig deep enough so that when the zombies come, they'll fall in the trench and dig under us, and we'll all fall in. Some ancient lore there.
Are you gonna dig too greedily or and too deep?
Anyways, your watch passes without issue.
Nice.
Everyone's
Not a
watch.
single shoe
Not a single issue.
without a shoe.
Don't
You
feel
all
like
wake
helping
up.
myself.
And you have a long rest.
Woo! Thank God.
Thank
Give me,
fuck.
give me those spell slots I just spent back.
Give me my HP back because I'm still sitting at 45.
Woo spells.
You wake in the next morning, this cavern. Enjoy some dwarven rations.
Spicy hardtack.
Spicy
They're good.
hardtack.
Doing
They're
the
good.
sniffles.
They're still meant to last, so it's not like the top-notch dwarven food. But they are still spicy. They're like
Rice Krispies in there.
I'm gonna roll for my enjoyment.
preserved in pepper instead of salt.
God.
I rolled a 19, so I'm loving it.
Awesome.
Okay.
I feel good.
Anything you guys would like to do this morning?
Sit down and prepare my spells like usual.
Very well.
Milo probably would have gotten up just a little bit early, which is already his habit, and is continuing on the notes and like just kind of brainstorm draft sheet thing he started yesterday with Kashik and Gandalin.
Okay. We'll awake the next morning, you think? Who knows at this point?
Our morning.
Yeah, your morning.
Morning for us.
After your rest.
Yeah.
Do you continue with the caravan?
Good question. We want to keep going with the
How far away are these different? Is the concentration of the caravans like throughout these tunnels?
You haven't seen anybody yet.
Well, I mean, like as far as the map
Ambush
that he
spots.
gave us, the ambush spots, right?
Oh, they have
It's-
stopped. Probably.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did we come
Probably-
across any others besides the one?
That's the only one you saw.
Okay. Well, fuck this shit. Let's get the fuck out of here. Let's
Okay.
fucking boogie. if we're out of like the danger area from where the caravans are getting ambushed, let's fucking zippity zoot up out of here.
You're not like never mind. Yes. Okay. Sorry. My words aren't working for me and I was going to try to explain something, but I'm not going to because I can't. So,
Fair enough.
Okay. Sorry.
Brain's not working. No, you're good. So you're going to be wind walking?
Yeah.
What about
Alright.
the goats?
Goats will not be wind walking.
Yeah,
I
what are we
guess-
doing with the goats? We're just leaving them to perish?
The goats will do fine. They know where they're going.
Do they? They're like Bill the Pony. They know their way home. Like
Garamel, that's his name.
If only someone could talk to them and just
Oh, I mean, yeah,
tell them where
I
to go.
can't talk to them, but we were told that they know that they would keep going.
I think he meant that they were gonna, because that was that guard. I was like, yeah, they'll keep going. It took that as been like they would keep going without like them to direct them. I don't know.
What are you doing with the goats?
I'm not the expert on the dwarven goats. So I don't know.
Well, they're
kind of just fucked up.
Are there actual goods on this caravan?
Nothing of extreme import. They're like little iron bars and stuff like that, just to rattle and make some noise for you guys, and your
Okay.
rations and your packs and stuff. But
Okay. Iron bars are. I mean, you can make stuff out of iron bars, can't you?
you can take them. They're not like
what?
they're not like thick like RuneScape iron bars. They're like
Darn it.
part.
So talking
Not
about
like-
the deep lore here.
Not like ingots.
Yeah, they're not like ingots. They're like long like iron almost rods, so
Right.
they can clang around on
kind of
on.
like rebar.
Yeah,
long
sort of.
Piece of rebar.
Yeah.
I don't know what you expect me to do. We've got two options. Let these goats go about their business. They're going to get killed. They're going to get eaten. I can awaken one of these goats, and
I think
it
that
can
might
have
be a little much.
it can have
It's a little
crisis.
extreme. Doesn't that take a while?
It is a complete crisis in these tunnels, and they'll never get
I
there.
was thinking just make sure they should like go back the way they came. Maybe I don't think that they'll intuit that as goats.
Sure. Or we can just kill them and get some nice meat off of them.
I suppose.
A goat
that's
looks
what you'd
over
like
at
to
you
do.
when you say that, RD.
I don't think it liked that idea very much. How would we store it? It's meat. Raw meat.
I mean, that was a joke. I wouldn't do that. You can't put
I
raw
don't
meat
believe you.
in the bag of holding.
I don't believe you. You were not
Okay.
joking. That was serious.
I would never kill a goat as a collector.
Liar. I'm not gonna roll a check because I just
Shapeshift
don't believe you.
I would shapeshift first.
Okay.
Yeah,
Tell
I'll
the
go
damn
ahead.
goats to go back home, Artyom.
I'll go ahead and cast Speak with Animals through the staff and be like, hey, we're going to unhook you guys. Get the fuck out of here. Just go back the way you came. Just, try not to make too much noise and clippity-clop on out of here.
Couple of intelligence checks.
What's the goat stat block?
I'm gonna give them a -4 at least.
But
with the
what about the wisdom on that survival check?
15 and a 17, not bad.
Nice. Pretty smart goats.
All right,
Oh shit, they're dwarvish goats.
they are.
That's true. They have beards. Like
You
extra
guys
long
take
beards.
care and,
Nice.
watch out for each other.
Probably headbutts the other into a crevasse. Like,
Yep.
ah!
I'm just imagining, them, one of them shading the shit out of the other one if they get attacked by something. Just a big bloop, get tripped. And they'll attack you first. I'm out of here.
Hey man.
'Kay.
We did our part.
All right. Well,
Let's
that's
do it.
taken care of, and let's. All right. So, we're going to transform into wind. It's going to be very interesting when this happens.
Why do you say that?
Because we're going to be kind of like a cloud. And so we'll be moving very fast. We'll be in tunnels, so you need to pay attention the whole time and keep up. Okay?
Okay. Sure.
Okay. Does everyone get that? Everyone stay in the pack, stay close. You won't be an actual physical person. You'll be flying, move fast, stick together. If someone falls behind, fuck, okay? I mean,
Terrible advice.
Let's see. Hold on. Can you speak when you're a
No.
cloud? I don't think you can. Yeah.
You cannot.
Do not split up. I feel like we're discussing the trench run. Like, stay together.
Yeah. Everyone needs to stay together.
Stay on target.
I can't shake them.
Every
The
little
timer.
while, I'll take the lead. Every little while, I'll stop and make sure we do like a count of buckets of clouds we have, and we can keep going.
I'm starting to think this is not a good idea. The more we discuss this.
Well, it depends on how many people we lose. We'll go very fast though. I mean, if you get lost, we're going to come back and find you eventually. So if people are getting lost constantly and it doesn't really have an advantage to us doing this, we can just not do it. But even if we lose people left and right, I feel like this will be much faster.
Okay, yeah, right, yeah, let's do it. But
all right.
what
So
could go wrong?
I will cast telepathic bond first off, so that we can have like a little training session once this gets
Okay.
going.
That's
But
smart.
after an hour, the training wheels are going to come off.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And
Good point. We'll have an hour of still being able to talk to each other. Oh, fuck.
we'll have like an hour of getting the the yeah. Okay.
All right.
Oh no.
Take a minute to cast Wind Walk. Is everybody willing? Anybody stand behind?
I fucking guess so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
The Shining Vanguard.
Oh, wait a minute. It's up to
No,
10 left.
I've already said poof. What do you mean? Wait a minute.
I thought it was 8 for some reason. It's up to 10. We could have got those goats to come with us.
No, we're not taking the ghost with us.
You could have. I guess it does say creatures. It does say willing creatures.
What if they're like, oh, we're goats again? That was the best time of my life.
I don't think goats have the mental. If you would awaken one. Anyways, we're not getting into that. You're already clouds.
We're clouds.
Okay.
We're clouds.
So, your clouds moving at approximately 69 miles per hour in tunnels
Nice.
that have multiple different corridors, lefts, rights. You're all going in the same direction, so you're going to the other side of the holds towards the Hoarfrost. Where you pop out on there.
Part of the fun.
Okay. All right, wonderful. So you're just going.
Yep. Listen, I said it already this session. We take chances all the time, or unnecessary risk, or whatever it was.
Okay, so
I mean, do we?
Yeah,
Brain
all the
drive.
time.
Brain drive. That's all I gotta say.
as the Shining Vanguard zooms through these caverns, as clouds with just the eastern side of the Hoarfrost as their hopeful goal. That's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Hey.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Before
Dang.
we do, can I get a wisdom saving throw from Caution?
Ooh.
You came back to your chair, sorry.
It's okay. I was here the whole time. I was just standing beside the desk because my chair makes my butt hurt. Dad listening. Hey, y'all ready? I'm getting yeedled. He's Fortniting on me. You said wisdom saving throw?
Correct.
Okay, it's +9, so that's good. That's hopeful. All right, boys. Wish me luck.
I'm open.
Just tell me what the
19.
dice.
19 plus 9.
Tell me what the dice roll is.
19.
Okay.
Is
Right.
it wisdom saving throw?
It's just
Oh.
Caution. Just Caution. Okay. Awesome. Thank you guys for playing with me. Thank you guys for tuning
Wait
in.
a minute.
What's
Hold
up?
on a second.
Yeah.
Huh?
We appreciate you very much. Please donate to International Medical Corps. They are helping some people out in the in Ukraine. And I didn't close my Twitch chat. There it is. Okay, wonderful. We are going to raid some friends, however, but before we do that, we are Hard Knock Dice. We stream every Monday and Saturday. On Mondays, we do Ghost of Saltmarsh, GM by the homie over here, Ganwin, aka at Veer DOA, aka Ian.
Veer DOA.
Yeah, and then that's at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Times, and then Saturdays we do this across Eberron, where typically I can sometimes create full sentences, but not today. So, drop a follow, a like, a subscribe. Go follow us on TikTok, subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter. We're everywhere. We're going to raid our friends over at Dice Legends. Until next time.
Woo!
Bye, guys.
Woo!
Much love.
Wow! 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 Wow!